they know they've won the national championship.
Steve Alford just came down and batted Joe Hillman on the head. They are going to celebrate tonight in New Orleans as Indiana will go on to the championship game.
And Indiana Max has won the national championship for the second time under Bobby Knight and the fourth time in the school's history.
Jump shot in the air. Goes! 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. The Hoosiers have won the national championship.
Indiana wins the national championship for 1981.
And there is time to vote it.
On the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield, this is Indiana Hoosier Basketball, brought to you by Central Indiana Honda Dealers. Your Central Indiana Honda dealers are proud supporters of IU athletics. And by Green and Schultz Trial Lawyers, a winning team for victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com. Now, from the Smithville Broadcast Center, this is Hoosier Pregame. Here's the voice of the Hoosiers, Don Fisher.
From Branch McCracken Court of the Simon Scott Assembly Hall on the IU campus in Bloomington, this is Indiana University basketball. This evening, Indiana will play their first of 2 December conference games, looking to add to a 3-game win streak tonight as they welcome the Golden Gophers of the University of Minnesota. Hello again, everybody. I'm Don Fisher, along with color analyst Eric Sewer and broadcast host John Herrick. Well, Indiana won their 7th game against 2 losses last Friday, conquering the Miami, Ohio Redhawks here in the Hall 76-57. The Hoosiers shot 54% from the floor with 4 players reaching double figures, led by junior Malik Renews, 19 points, sophomore Miles Rice, 17, and a double-double from senior Umar Ballo with 14 points and 18 rebounds. The only caveat to the positives were 16 turnovers that Miami turned into 20 points that kept the outcome from being a rout. Minnesota played their first Big Ten game last Wednesday at home and suffered a 90-72 setback to improving Michigan State. The Gophers got off to a slow start and never really recovered, giving up 27 fast break points to the Spartans and were beat on the boards 37-27. Seniors Dawson Garcia and Mike Mitchell with 18 and 17 points respectively led Minnesota, whose record now stands at 6-4 on the season. Well, Eric Sewer, I've been looking for IU to have more energy and effort to start games, and they certainly did that Friday, but turnovers after the first 6 to 7 minutes of play let Miami hang around for a good part of that game.
Yeah, still waiting for Indiana to put a complete ball game together and really kind of click on all cylinders. And it was a good effort the last matchup, but you painted the picture perfectly, Fish. It's just the turnovers really kept Miami in the ball game, and Indiana just couldn't put it away until the very end when they went on a big run. I just think 40 minutes of play is what Coach Woodson and his staff are still emphasizing right now to this team. You got to start the game out really well. You got to keep that momentum and that energy going through the first half, and then when you get back in the locker room, you can't let up. You can't say, oh, we're up by 10. Everything's all good and dandy. No, it's great teams, Don, play 40 minutes of basketball. And for Indiana, that's the challenge here moving forward. Can Indiana be a team that plays consistently at both ends for 40 minutes? I'll tell you, they're going to have to be a team because the Big Ten is deep. They're talented. They're very well coached. I don't know who the best team in the Big Ten is right now. There's so many teams right now that are battling for that position. Hopefully Indiana's one of them when it's all said and done, but there are no let-ups on this conference schedule here moving forward.
The bigs for Indiana in that game against Miami were key. They obviously, Umar Ballo had 14 points and 18 rebounds in that contest. And Malik Renew, he had 19 points and 7 rebounds, and those two bigs were keys in that matchup.
No doubt about it at all. And before the game started, we talked about how important it was that Ballo use that big body and athleticism to be a great rebounder at both ends. I don't think Indiana's number one option should be Ballo on the low block. No, he's going to be a pick-and-roll guy, but he's got to be active when that shot goes up. Offensive rebounding is going to be so important here for this offense moving forward. I thought both of those guys were spectacular. I'd still like Renew to get a little bit more involved rebounding the basketball, but I thought Ballo was absolutely spectacular rebounding the basketball. That was a difference maker in that game. Indiana completely dominated around the rim. Rebounding, points in the paint. The 4 and 5 spot really stood out in that game against Miami. Those two guys were great.
Well, Minnesota comes in with a guy named Dawson Garcia, who we've seen play for 3 years now at this Minnesota ballpark, and obviously he is their key guy, but they have struggled when he hasn't played up to his capabilities at times. And Mike Mitchell just joined them here three ball games ago, and he's just in his 4th game back, but he had 17 points in their last outing against Michigan State. Those are the 2 key guys for Minnesota.
No doubt about it. And Indiana has had some success against Minnesota the last couple years. And primarily it's been because of their ability to limit Dawson Garcia's production. Both home and away last year, Garcia really had trouble against Indiana's front court. I think the recipe for success is the exact same here tonight. You cannot allow Garcia to get open looks from 3, to get to the free throw line. He's a really good free throw shooter. And Mitchell's a guy that's coming off knocking 5 threes down against Michigan State's really tough defense. So those 2 guys are going to be really tough to handle. Indiana's got to know where they are at all times here tonight.
All right, well, that's the story here from the sidelines of Simon Scott Assembly Hall as Indiana gets ready to match up with the Minnesota Golden Gophers in their first Big Ten game of the season. Our pregame show presented by IU Credit Union, an official partner of IU Athletics. We started a credit union and created a community. When we come back, John Herrick will present Where Are They Now? This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock. Like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have Happy Honda Days, search a local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/25.
Let the team that takes care of your team take care of you. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health and Orthopedics and Sports Medicine will help you get back to doing the things that you love. Whether it's knee pain or a broken bone, you can schedule a consultation or visit our walk-in clinic for urgent needs. IU Health gives you more options for highly skilled care when, where, and how you need it, including right now. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho.
How many devices are connected to Wi-Fi in your home today? Televisions, smartphones, video doorbells, maybe even your refrigerator. It's a lot to put together into one seamlessly connected Wi-Fi solution. Smithville has just what you need to customize your ultra-fast Wi-Fi experience throughout your home. Learn how Smithville's new managed Wi-Fi service keeps you connected to what matters. Call 800-742-4084 or visit smithville.com to learn more.
Have you been injured at work? Contact Golitko and Daly, the Indiana work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. There's nothing easy about work injury cases. At Golitko and Daly, we focus on work-related injury cases and have board-certified and OSHA-trained trial lawyers to help you with your case. Find us at indianaworkers.com. Golitko and Daly, your Indiana work injury lawyers. At Golitko and Daly, we go to work when you can't.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead. We don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with creativity and bravery. Unapologetically optimistic. Equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world. Because bold is who we are. 9 campuses, 1 purpose. Creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. Join us at iu.edu.
Hey Hoosier fans, basketball season is here and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Indiana basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Hoosiers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Herrick. This is the portion of our pregame show where we speak with former IU basketball players and find out what they're up to now. Our guest today is Tom Bolliard, who played at IU from 1960 to 1963 for 2-time championship-winning coach Branch McCracken. I talked to him late last week about what that experience was like.
Well, he was fantastic. And, I got to be pretty good friends with Coach Knight, and they were a lot alike in quite a few ways. Both of them were very demanding classroom, being on time, and things like that. Now, the philosophy of basketball was different, but Grant's was great to play for.
What were some of the most fun times you had playing on those teams that scored a lot of points?
Well, one is scoring a lot of points, but I think I remember my senior year, we beat Illinois twice. Illinois won the conference that year. Both games were over 100 points, and both games were won by 1 or 2 points. Same thing with Ohio State. We beat Ohio State the last game of the year to knock them out of the championship, and I think that game was also over 100 points. That game was an overtime game.
You were eventually drafted 20th overall by, at the time, the Chicago Zephyrs in 1963, but you chose to enter coaching in Fort Wayne instead. What went into that decision?
Well, Coach McCracken had a big part of that. I met with Branch before I met with the team management, and we had a little game plan. So I go up in Chicago and meet with the management, and they said, "Well, we'd like to sign you today." I said, "Okay." I said, "I talked to my coach," and he said, "Well, what do you want?" I said, "Well, we want a no-cut contract, and we want at least $10,000. And the guy said, "Well, get in the car. I'm going to take you out, buy your dinner, and send you home because we're not going to do that." Well, they wind up signing me for I think it's a 3-year contract, starting at $10,000. Can you believe that?
That's unreal.
Yeah, and I asked people. I said, "I got a bonus." Well, what do you think the bonus was? $250. Yeah, can you believe where the NBA has come since 1963?
Yeah, it's wild to think about, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's wild. That's unbelievable.
You worked for IU for 40 years after your basketball career, primarily with the IU Alumni Association. How'd you like doing that?
Well, the Alumni Association was a great place to work. I also had ties with the athletic department, of course, and then the foundation. So it was a fun job. Before that, I was assistant coach for 6 years with Lou Watson, and we had minimum success. We won the Big Ten one year, but when Lou resigned, I'm almost sure we had the best team in the country coming back. We had Downing, McGinnis, Ritter, Joby Wright, Ed Daniels, you name them, we had them lined up.
All right, he is Tom Bolliard, member of the 1960 to 1963 IU basketball teams under Branch McCracken. Tom, thank you so much for talking to us. We really appreciate the time.
Well, thank you.
And Bolliard was the captain of the 1962-63 team. He's enjoying retirement now. And during his 3 years there, IU's team scored an average of 86 points per game. Those were the 3 highest scoring teams in IU history at the time. When we return, we'll have our Hoosier Profile interview with IU sophomore guard Miles Rice. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
SPG Roofing and Exteriors is proud to be a partner of IU Athletics. Whether it's a simple repair needed or you're looking into solar solutions for your home, with our combined 50 years of experience in the roofing industry, we can provide you with the quality workmanship you're looking for, along with the respect you deserve. Call us at 317-676-5756 or visit us at spgroof.com so we can get started on your project and schedule a contactless inspection to get an idea of the property and the project. We look forward to hearing from you soon, and go Hoosiers!
Hoosier fans depend on Master Rental for all your rental needs. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, our equipment and tool division has everything you need, from skid steers, excavators, and boom lifts to jackhammers, battery chainsaws, paint sprayers, and tillers. Our tent and event division offers the obvious tents, tables, chairs, and the associated needs like dance floors, bounce houses, lighting, and etc. And new this year, we are in the portable restroom business too. Let Master Rental take care of all of your rental needs, like we take care of B-Town Boulevard.
IU Credit Union. We believe in community commitment, a long-term relationship, building a strong and trusted partnership.
Appreciation and respect go a very long way.
A fair deal for everyone every day.
Leave your doubts behind. Grow your mind, time to shine. Make the day whatever you design.
IU Credit Union believes you can chase a dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
Hey Hoosiers, it's time for adventure in Indiana's great outdoors. Picture yourself in Indiana at our first state park, McCormick's Creek. Join your family and friends traversing limestone canyons and waterfalls, or enjoy the peace and quiet of a night's stay and a great meal at McCormick's Creek State Park's Canyon Inn. Great seasonal rates are available, all just minutes from Bloomington. Make memories naturally in Indiana. Find your next adventure at dnr.in.gov.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers, attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Well, Indiana is getting ready for their first Big Ten game of the season tonight against the Minnesota Golden Gophers at Simon Scott Assembly Hall here in Bloomington, and tip-off is coming up in less than an hour. Now it's time for our Hoosier Profile interview. Here's Don Fisher.
Our guest in Hoosier Profile is Miles Rice, a sophomore in this Indiana basketball team, a transfer from Washington State. Miles, just tell us a little bit about your background. How'd you get started in basketball? I know you're from South Carolina originally, and give us a little background there.
Yeah, so my dad, he played at Erskine College in Due West, South Carolina. And, you know, he kind of put the basketball in my hands pretty early on when I was a child. And I kind of fell in love with the sport. And I played football and track beforehand. I really loved those before I really loved basketball. But then I focused in on basketball. And, I've been playing basketball ever since I've been at rec. And, you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, doesn't necessarily define me, but it does make me up as a person that I am. But, I mean, just a kid that, you know, that loves to play sports or loves to play basketball, from his dad and everybody else, all my uncles, they always, you know, coached me growing up and just, you know, always gave me a lot of insight of what I need to do to get better.
Well, you had a terrific start to your career at Washington State and had so many good things that happened out there, freshman All-America, those kinds of things. That's pretty special.
Yes, sir. Just attest to all the work that I really put in. You know, my dad never lets me get complacent. He always pushes me to be better than I was the previous day and the previous month and even the previous year. So just having him in my corner and, you know, him pushing me each and every day to, you know, be better than I was, not only just as a basketball player, but as a man as well. And I think that just carries over to everything that I do on the court.
Miles, talk a little bit about coming to Indiana. Obviously, it's a transition for you, coming to a new school, a new format, a new way to play the game. Tell us a little bit about that experience thus far.
Yeah, so when I wanted to come to Indiana, when I was in the transfer process, I just basically was looking for authenticity and a relationship that I think that was very, you know, real and that I could, you know, grow, like I said, not only as a basketball player, but as a human being and a man. And when I talked to Woody and the staff and some of the guys that were here on my visit, I got that feeling instantly, and he treated me like family. I always tell people he's like that grandfather, and he treats me like one of his grandsons, and that's the thing that I love about him the most. He immediately treated me like family, and ever since I've been here, it's been nothing but love, man. I've been enjoying every second of it.
Talk a little bit about this team at this point. Are your teammates starting to feel like you got a little bit more chemistry now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously in the Bahamas, that gave us a little good test. We played a lot of great teams out there. And it's good to come back home and get a couple more games under our belt, and especially get the first Big Ten game at home as well. We're still gelling. It's early in the season. A lot of teams aren't nowhere near how good they're going to be later on in the season. So I think for us, it's important to just focus on each and every day and game and take it one game at a time.
As far as the struggle at this point in the season, not that there's been a struggle, but my point is it still hasn't gelled like it's going to, I think, as the season progresses. Would you agree?
I mean, for sure. I mean, it's early on in the season. I mean, everybody is still trying to get adjusted to, playing with one another still, and just trying to pick up on tendencies. Anybody who wins the national championship or NBA championship, they don't look their most complete form in their first 7 or 8 games. So it takes time. It takes a little bit, more gelling to come along. But I think we definitely have the pieces, and we have the coaching staff along with us to get it done.
As far as leadership is concerned, that's always a point guard's part. You got to be a big leader, don't you?
Yes, sir. I know Woody, he instills that into me. He wants me to keep being that voice and be an extension of him alongside with Gallo and a couple other guys. So we all just try to do it as one big team and one big family. Well, best of luck tonight against the Minnesota Golden Gophers at start of Big Ten play, and that's going to be interesting. Yes, sir. Thank you.
And that was our Hoosier Profile interview with IU sophomore guard Miles Rice. When we return, Smithville presents the Big Ten and Top 25 College Basketball Report. This is Indiana University Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Viaggio Marine is proud to be the official pontoon boat sponsor of Indiana University Athletics. Located right here in Indiana, Viaggio is proudly family-owned and operated. You'll love our complete lineup of pontoon boats featuring bold, innovative new looks, plush, luxurious furniture packages, vibrant new LED lighting packages, and unmatched construction. For the hottest thing in pontoons, visit ViaggioPontoonboats.com. That's VIAGGIO pontoonboats.com.
When you share your food, you share your heart. So what's on your table this holiday season? Save on your festive feast at Kroger with delicious deals on all the holiday classics. Or wow the crowd with something new, like a quinoa stuffed butternut squash. It's sure to add a pop of color to your spread. How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth and the savory tooth? With Kroger, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Milwaukee-based Cousin Subs now has 2 Indianapolis area locations at 9321 North Michigan Road and 8545 South Emerson Avenue. To celebrate, Cousins and Indiana University Athletics have teamed up to offer IU fans a chance for 2 tickets to the final home game on March 8th and a shot at $100,000 in their half-court hall sweepstakes. Fans can enter daily through February 28th and find more info at iuhoosiers.com/Cousin Subs. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Hoosier fans, Harrow Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Indiana University knows a thing or two about making great plays, and so does Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Whether you qualify for Medicaid or Medicare, a plan through the Affordable Care Act, or have health coverage through your job, you can feel confident with Anthem's large network of doctors, hospitals, and health professionals. To learn more about Anthem's health plans, call your authorized agent or visit Anthem.com. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc., independent licensees of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association. Anthem is a registered trademark of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
Well, the stakes are rising with conference games now starting up for a lot of teams in the Big Ten. That is the case as well for the Indiana Hoosiers, who begin Big Ten play tonight against the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Tip-off in about 30 minutes. And let's check the Big Ten and Top 25 college basketball report, which is brought to you by Smithville. Smithville's your local choice for internet, voice, TV, and security. Stick with the home team. Visit smithville.com for more information. In the Big Ten on Sunday, 8th-ranked Purdue held on to beat Maryland 83-78, while UCLA upset 12th-ranked Oregon 73-71. This game between Minnesota and Indiana is the only Big Ten game tonight. There are also no top 25 games until tomorrow night, but here are the new rankings that came out today. Tennessee's now number 1 with a record of 8-0, followed by Auburn, Iowa State, Duke, and Kentucky in the top 5. 6 through 10 are Marquette, Alabama, Gonzaga, Florida, and Kansas. Indiana's not in the top 25, but they did get 30 top 25 votes in the Associated Press poll. While we have a moment, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Indiana University Basketball. Up next, Don Fisher returns with Mike Woodson and the head coach's report, which is brought to you by the IU Credit Union. This is Indiana University Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
This is Steve Webb with Electric Plus, a full-service electrical contractor powering Indiana with offices in Bloomington, Avon, Lafayette, and Kokomo. We work hard to deliver big wins for our customers. We lead the league in new construction, expansions, modernizations, and service repair. Our team excels at industrial, commercial, residential, and 24/7 emergency coverage. Just like the Hoosiers desire to be the best, the mission of Electric Plus is to be the best electrical contractor, period. For more information, please visit electricplus.com and go Hoosiers.
Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. IU Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff. Hoosier fans, have you ever wanted to put on your own candy-striped warm-ups and hang out on the court with the team before the game? This season, the Hoosier men's basketball team is looking for an honorary pregame team member for the IU versus OSU game on March 8th, and it could be you. Go to iubench.com now and register for your chance to join your Hoosier men's basketball team for an experience that includes bench seats during warm-ups, candy-striped pants, and game tickets for 4. Again, that website is iubench.com. Brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud partner of your Indiana Hoosiers.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you can always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to giving you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this basketball season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock, like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have Happy Honda Days, search your local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/25.
Hi, everybody. Don Fisher with the Head Coach's Report. We're sitting with Mike Woodson. It's brought to you by the IU Credit Union. We started a credit union and created a community. IU Credit Union, a proud partner of Indiana Athletics. Well, Mike, you came up with a nice win the other night over Miami of Ohio. Talk a little bit about that performance, what you like.
Well, I thought we came out with great energy, had a good start, and then they got back in it right before the half and made a game out of it. And I thought the second half we made the adjustments, regrouped, and came out and played Indiana basketball and holding them to 21 points.
Obviously, the percentages in that ball game, I think they had 30% for the whole ball game, that's tremendous defense.
Well, it pretty much came in the second half because they went 6 minutes without scoring the basketball, and that had a lot to do with the way we were playing defense.
Talk a little bit about the rebounding in that ball game. I think you had the biggest number of rebounds that you've had this season.
Well, Ballo had a lot to do with that. He had the 18 rebounds, and I always tell these guys before the game, we can't leave it up to Ballo and Malik to get all the rebounds. It's a team sport, and all 5 guys have got to pitch in and help do their job. And I just thought Ballo was in great position the whole game in terms of demanding space and rebounding the ball for us.
You had good balance in the scoring from a number of guys in this ball game, and without question, I know you probably weren't as pleased with the second half of the ball game, but obviously I thought it was a good win for you guys.
No, I wasn't very pleased with the first half. The second half was great. Max struggled to score the ball, but again, some nights you're not going to be there and have it, and somebody else has got to pick up the slack, and that's kind of been the case, with our ball club. So, we had balanced scoring. We scored enough points, but I was more pleased with the way we defended the second half.
Do you look at the plus-minus after a ball game like that? Because obviously Trey Galloway, I think, had your high point at 27.
Well, I not only look at the plus-minuses, I look at combinations in terms of plus-minuses too. To see who plays well together. So there's a number of things that we always look at after a ball game.
Was the most concerning thing the turnovers?
Yeah, that's always a red flag. No coach wants to go in the game knowing that you're going to turn the ball over. That's a lack of concentration, not putting yourself in position to get good shots and milk offense. You're 2 in a hurry. There are a number of things that causes turnovers, and sometimes defense can speed you up to make you turn it over. But, for the most part, we've been pretty good in that area. But the games that have exploded, like the Louisville game stands out because that was the most we've had all season, the 23, and we got punished for it.
All right, Coach, you got a Minnesota ball game to start the Big Ten season tonight. You have 2 Big Ten games this coming week. It's different now than it used to be, but at the same time, do you like it, the fact that they're playing a couple of games in December in the conference?
It doesn't matter to me. It gives you an opportunity to break it up a little bit. But at the end of the day, the Big Ten is what it is, man. It's a lot of teams with a lot of talent, a lot of good coaches. And it starts tonight for us with Minnesota, who's, a talented team with Garcia and Mike Mitchell Jr. So we got to come and commit for 40 minutes. That's what it's all about each time you step out on this floor in the Big Ten, man, because any team can beat you.
How does Ben Johnson's team play? Do they play a little bit different this year than they did a year ago?
A little bit. They're shooting the 3 ball. They'll press some, which they've done in the past to us. They played some zone. It's hard to say what teams do until you actually get into the game. We watch film and see how they play other teams, but teams change up, and you just got to be ready to adjust on the fly.
Dawson Garcia has been, it seems like he's been there forever, 3 years, I think, now after transferring from North Carolina, but he's a big factor.
He is. I mean, he's a leading scorer. His numbers are up from last season. He really got off to a great start, and, he's a guy that we really got to focus in on along with Mitchell. And, their supporting cast. I mean, they got players that can make things happen on both ends of the floor, so we just got to come committed.
Any of their newcomers that impress you?
I mean, they all pretty good. I mean, and a lot of these teams, we're all in the same boat. We're trying to adjust with the new guys and get them up to speed, and they're no different. They're still work in progress too, as well as all the other teams in the Big Ten, man. So it's just who gets it done the quickest is how I look at it.
Where are you health-wise now, Coach?
Well, Gabe won't play. We'll get Kane and Carlisle back. Other than that, everybody's healthy and ready to go.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Mike Woodson, the head coach's report, and we'll be back with a scouting report from Hunter Bloomington Properties on this Minnesota ball club in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the Carosaurus Radio Network from Learfield.
Subaru is Consumer Reports 2024 Best Mainstream Automotive Brand and has earned more IIHS Top Safety Awards than any other brand since 2013. With 96% of all Subarus sold in the past 10 years still on the road and over 7 million Subarus built right here in Indiana, you know you're getting a quality vehicle. Royal Subaru has been serving Bloomington, Indiana for over 40 years. Visit us today at our East 3rd Street location or at royaleastsubaru.com. Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
Have you been injured at work? Contact Golitko and Daly, the Indiana work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. There's nothing easy about work injury cases. At Golitko and Daly, we focus on work-related injury cases and have board-certified and OSHA-trained trial lawyers to help you with your case. Find us at indianaworkers.com. Golitko and Daly, your Indiana work injury lawyers. At Golitko and Daly, we go to work when you can't.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Get back in the game. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Specialists are dedicated to caring for injured athletes. From the college superstar to the weekend warrior, we can tackle any injury and get you back in the game and back to the activities you love. Get expert care close to home. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho.
Holidays in Illinois, oh, there's so much to enjoy. Chicago's Broadway, see the magic on stage, walking in the middle wonderland. Illinois' favorite season, time of year is oh so pleasing. Peoria, lights on display, it's a festival day, walking in the middle wonderland. Adventure awaits, a bridge with some fun, walking in the middle wonderland.
Welcome back once again to Simon Scott Assembly Hall, where tonight Indiana meets the Minnesota Golden Gophers. First Big Ten game for the Hoosiers. Second for Minnesota. They played Michigan State and got pounded pretty good by the Spartans, 90-72 in their first Big Ten matchup. We had a chance to talk with fourth-year head coach Ben Johnson of Minnesota on our Hunter Bloomington Properties scouting report here this evening. Here's our conversation.
Coach Johnson, last year 19 wins on the season. I know you were pleased with that to some degree. You come back this year and you've got almost a whole new roster again. It's the way of the world, I guess, for almost every team in college basketball.
Yeah, it really is. We've got a handful of guys that have returned, but for the most part, it's a new team. And so with that comes a little bit of patience and a little bit of time to get us playing the way that we want to play. And, hopefully we're hitting our stride here the month of December.
Talk a little bit about your style of play this year. Has it changed very dramatically from a year ago?
Changed a little bit from the standpoint, we don't have at the 5 spot probably as much of a back to the basket play through guy like we did last year with maybe Payne. So we're a little bit more perimeter oriented. Obviously, it helps to have Dawson Garcia back that can play inside and play out. But we're probably more veteran heavy and experience heavy at the guard spot. And we got Mike Mitchell back now. We'll miss 7 games with injury, to help with our perimeter shooting. And so I think hopefully that will open up things for the inside and it'll be a little bit more inside out team.
You've got Lakai Patterson as one of your key guards. Is he running the show for you this year?
Yeah, him with the combination of a couple of the guys. Yeah, been able to, I think, kind of find his footing here in the last probably 2 weeks where he's gotten more comfortable in playing his best basketball of the year. And so I think with each game for him, he just gets more confident and more experience in our style and our system.
Garcia, of course, has been with you for a long time now, Coach. Tell us a little bit about Dawson and what he means to this ball club, and I assume that he's got the leadership role.
Yeah, he does. His numbers are really good this year. I think been patient. He's really got kind of that veteran presence, both defensively and offensively, being in our system. I mean, he's a guy that we can obviously play through. Has done a good job of getting to the free throw line, being aggressive, getting downhill. And so I think the big thing with him is just continue to be consistent with just the effort, the intangible things, the communication, all the leadership pieces. And if he can do that, we'll rally those other guys around him, especially as they gain experience.
How about Mitchell at this point? He's played just 3 games now for you this year because of the injury situation, but he's got to be a big piece for your puzzle.
Yeah, he is, especially a guy that, again, was here last year, so he kind of understands, how we play and how we do things. Anytime you can have those returners back with retention, it helps. But a guy that, can come in and provide a spark offensively for us is big. Has got some firepower. And so we're looking for him to continue to get games under his belt now that he's back healthy and get back into a rhythm.
How about defensively? Are you pleased there, Coach?
Yeah, I was up until probably last game. I think numbers-wise, we were hovering just under a top 50 defense, and then last game we kind of had the wheels fall off a little bit. So we're looking to regroup and get back to the standard defensively that we're used to playing.
Can you tell us a little bit about your thoughts on Indiana?
Yeah, I think they're extremely talented. I think they have great size. They got some pretty good guards, and they've got size and length too at the 1 and the 2. But at the 3, the 4, and the 5, they pose problems. So we got to do a good job of defend with our physicality without getting in foul trouble. So just a really talented team that they've assembled that's got ability to put the ball in the hole 1 through 5.
In your mind, what are the keys in this ball game for Minnesota?
I think for us is, we got to be a both physically and mentally tough team. This league is built on toughness, especially when you get to conference play. And we've got to make sure that travels. We've got to shore up our defensive efforts and rebound much better from last game. I think for us, for those new guys to get that first Big Ten under their belt was important. And so now they know what it looks like. They know what it feels like. They know the standards. So hopefully, tomorrow we can come with just a little bit different mental focus and be ready for a really good Indiana team.
And that is Ben Johnson, the head coach of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, in his 4th season with this program. They are 6-4 on the year, 0-1 in the Big Ten after their last ball game against Michigan State. They fell 90-72. Our scouting report brought to you by Hunter Bloomington Properties. When scouting locations for your next apartment, make sure you check out what Hunter Bloomington Properties has to offer at hunterproperties.com. Hunter Bloomington Properties, because you should love where you live. Eric Soar will rejoin us as we continue to preview today's game, and we'll look at the keys to this contest and the IU Health Injury Report when we return. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Sharp Business Systems of Indiana is proud to be an official technology solutions provider of IU Sports Properties. SBS Indiana is best known for our great document solutions, such as copiers and printers. But here at SBS, we also offer a full line of professional audio-visual solutions, including touchscreen video boards with integrated speakers and microphones, complete with professional installation and service. This state-of-the-art technology can improve both communication and interaction in offices and classrooms alike. To find out more, go to sbsindiana.com or call 317-844-0033.
Hi, I'm Christian Lawrence.
And I'm Brad Lawrence at Goldcasters Diamonds and Fine Jewelry. And we just want to remind you how much the woman in your life really does love you.
Wow, but Dad, how can you know that?
Well, she puts up with his sports, doesn't she? She's letting him listen to the game right now.
True.
Because she is your biggest fan.
Always cheering you on.
So come to Goldcasters
for a little sparkling gift that reminds her
that you're her biggest fan too.
Goldcasters at 2nd and Washington in Bloomington.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Hoosier fans, when it comes to transportation solutions, Enterprise runs every play in the book. From renting to buying, with cars, commercial trucks, and even passenger vans, Enterprise offers it all. And with more new college graduate hires every year than anyone else, you'll experience professional, spirited customer service that is unlike any other. So whatever your transportation need is, or the next time you have to travel, Enterprise has you covered. Pick the official partner of IU Athletics. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead, we don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with creativity and bravery, unapologetically optimistic, equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world, because bold is who we are. 9 campuses, 1 purpose, creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University, bring on tomorrow. Join us at iu.edu.
Hoosier fans depend on Master Rental for all your rental needs. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, our equipment and tool division has everything you need, from skid steers, excavators, and boom lifts to jackhammers, battery chainsaws, paint sprayers, and tillers. Our tent and event division offers the obvious tents, tables, chairs, and the associated needs like dance floors, bounce houses, lighting, and etc. And new this year, we are in the portable restroom business too. Let Master Rental take care of all of your rental needs, like we take care of B-Town Boulevard.
Welcome back to Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Indiana. Getting ready to take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers tonight. Eric Silver joins us here with the pregame show. And we talked at the outset today, obviously Indiana beat Miami. The Red Hawks, they did it, I guess you could say, handily, but it was a close ball game for a good portion of it, primarily because Indiana turned the ball over, and that's got to continue to be an improvement for this ball club if they're going to go on in Big Ten play to win.
Yeah, only had a 3-point lead at halftime. And, that doesn't play well when you listen to Coach Woodson talk about 40 minutes of ball, playing for 40 minutes, consistency. And although it ended up being a runaway game in the second half, Indiana just did not have that 40 minutes of consistency, which is what they are striving for, especially as the Big Ten season gets underway. You've got to play good basketball for a majority of the game. You cannot allow yourself to get behind because you're just not ready to play, or start a second half off on the wrong foot because you're flat. Indiana's got to figure that part of the game out. And it's not just the game against Miami. There's been several instances this season where Indiana at times has looked really good, but at other times they've struggled to put that consistency together. So I think that's what you heard Coach Woodson talk about in the pregame of 40 minutes of ball, watching film, getting the guys to kind of committed to that 40 minutes of consistency. And I think this will be a big test here tonight. This is a game that on paper Indiana should win by double digits or more. Minnesota has really struggled, Don, with consistency scoring the basketball. As a team, they're only averaging 65 points per game. They don't have nearly the type of firepower or offensive punch that they had last year. And they've struggled to win consistently, 6-4, and they've got a few really bad losses on their resume. So Indiana on their home court, Don, this is a game that if you play Indiana basketball for 40 minutes, you have a great opportunity to come away with a big victory.
Well, one of the things that Minnesota is going to be better at, I think, in this ball game tonight is Mike Mitchell. Mitchell is coming off an injury. He missed the first 7 ball games. This will be the 4th game he has played this year. And he gave them a good account of himself in that Michigan State matchup, even though they lost. He had 17 points, and he's a guy you've got to be careful with.
No doubt about it. He knocked down 5 threes against Michigan State. And Mitchell here so far up to this point in the season shooting 44%, almost 45% now in limited action, but he has proven the ability to knock down the 3. And defensively, that's going to be really important for Indiana to understand. You want to take away Dawson Garcia, the leading scorer at 6'11", but you also can't leave three-point shooters wide open behind the three-point line. And at times when this Indiana defense has struggled, Don, it's been leaving shooters out beyond the 3. So Mitchell's a guy that you've got to really pay attention to. Garcia is a guy that you cannot allow to just dominate the paint, get open threes. He's a multifaceted scorer, Don. At 6'11", he can score in the paint, he can get to the line, but he can also knock down threes. So Indiana's bigs have got to be ready to guard many different areas on the court. It's not just about parking your head underneath the basket and, taking a break until someone drives down there. Indiana's going to have to be ready to guard for 40 minutes here tonight.
Well, one of the guys that needs to get going again is Mackenzie Mbako, and he has kind of had okay performances since his 31-point game that he had early in the season, and he's played pretty well for a time there at the beginning of the season. All of a sudden here of late, he's been struggling a little bit, had just only 4 points in that matchup against Miami.
Yeah, if I was coaching Mackenzie, I would remind him that there's more ways to impact the game than just shooting the basketball. And all good scorers or shooters run into these games where the defense is paying extra attention to you. You're not quite getting the looks that you normally get. The ball's not going in the hole. And really good players, Don, find other ways to get involved. And early in the season, I thought Mackenzie really did that. He rebounded really well for Indiana. He got out and defended out along the perimeter and got some easy twos off of steals. But the last few ball games, feels like Mackenzie has just leaned on that jump shot. If the jump shot's not going down, it's not my night. Well, that cannot be the case for Mackenzie Mbako moving forward. He's got to be a guy that does several things really well for Indiana. I think if he kind of leans on those other aspects of the game, rebounding, defense, hustle, physicality, that eventually the jump shot will turn around for him. But all great players can do that, Don. They can impact the game in other ways aside from just scoring. I think that's the next step for Mackenzie Mbako if he wants to kind of get out of this mini slump that he's in.
Umar Ballo and Malik Renew were really good, the two bigs in the lineup against Miami, and obviously you hope that continues, especially the rebounding by Ballo, who had 18 boards in that game.
No doubt about it. You're going to win a ton of games if your starting center gets 18 rebounds and a double-double. I mean, it's just really impressive work from Ballo. Malik's got to get more involved, in my opinion, rebounding the basketball, but I like what I've seen from Malik at the offensive end. But if you can get those two guys rebounding at a high level and then start getting some of the wing guys involved rebounding the basketball, all of a sudden it just makes the game easier. Michigan State for years, Don, they won so many games in this league, and you always heard about what a great rebounding team they were. All 5 guys committed to rebounding the basketball. They would rebound, they would run, and they would be physical. They weren't always the prettiest, but man, were they physical. And I think Indiana's got the bodies, the athleticism to be that type of team. And rebounding the ball with the bigs, scoring inside the paint, that's going to be important for Indiana moving forward.
Without doubt, Indiana's a ball club right now that I liked the way they started the game the other night against Miami, but they didn't maintain that kind of effort and that energy in the first half, which ended up in a 3-point game at halftime. And that's the other thing I think that is a real key if this ball club is to be a contender for a Big Ten title.
Yeah, I mean, there's different ways we can go with that, but I think specifically is consistency off the bench. Once you get a good start to play, good basketball for 40 minutes, if you're going to play 8 or 9 guys, when your number's called off the bench, you've got to be ready to kind of play just like the starters did, if not better, and provide a spark at both ends. We've seen flashes of that this season, but that's got to continue here, and it's actually got to continue to improve because all great teams have a really good bench, and for Indiana, consistency off the bench, production off the bench, grittiness off the bench is all going to be really important for Indiana.
Well, it's time to check the injury report, brought to you by Indiana University Health, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider for IU Athletics. For access to the state's most highly skilled physicians, visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho. As far as the injuries are concerned, well, the good news is that Kaden Carlisle is back and he's available to play tonight. I don't think he's going to start the ball game, but he will be available to play, and he brings a real defensive presence to the floor when he's out there. Gabe Cupps, he is still struggling a little bit, and I doubt that we'll see him in this ball game tonight either, but as far as the rest of the team, I think they're in pretty good shape. And what are the keys to the game in this one?
There's one key to the game, and that's Dawson Garcia. 6'11", left-hander, can shoot it from three, can score inside the paint, a really good free throw shooter, 19 points, 7.5 rebounds per game. Indiana's got to be great keeping Minnesota's best player out of the stat sheet. Make sure that Dawson Garcia is not an impact big-time player here tonight.
And our pregame show has been brought to you by IU Credit Union, an official partner of IU Athletics. We started a credit union and created a community. We'll have the starting lineups, the opening tip in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
big savings?
Yep, which means...
it's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz trial lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz trial lawyers, attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Hey Hoosier fans, basketball season is here and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Indiana basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Hoosiers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
SPG Roofing and Exteriors is proud to be a partner of IU Athletics. Whether it's a simple repair needed or you're looking into solar solutions for your home, with our combined 50 years of experience in the roofing industry, we can provide you with the quality workmanship you're looking for, along with the respect you deserve. Call us at 317-676-5756 or visit us at spgroof.com so we can get started on your project and schedule a contactless inspection to get an idea of the property and the project. We look forward to hearing from you soon, and go Hoosiers!
Smithville's been a proud sponsor of IU Athletics since 2009 and in the communications business since 1922. So we know how important it is to have a reliable internet connection when IU is playing. Watch the Hoosiers this season with gig speeds from Smithville. At the game, keep an eye on your home or business right from your phone with our smart security options. At home or at work, trust Smithville to connect you to fiber internet, voice, and security solutions. To learn more, call 800-742-4084 or visit smithville.com.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
On the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield, Hoosier basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Coors Light. Coors Light, choose chill. Official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. And by Smithville, at home and at work. Smithville is your local choice for internet, voice, and smart security solutions. Visit smithville.com for more information. The tip is moments away. From the Smithville Broadcast Center, here's the voice of the Hoosiers, Don Fisher.
And welcome back to Simon Scott Assembly Hall, where Indiana meets Minnesota tonight. First Big Ten game for the Hoosiers, second for Minnesota. And our starting lineups tonight are brought to you by Green & Schultz Trier Lawyers, a winning team for victims of injury and loss. Here's how they'll line up for the Golden Gophers for this evening. It'll be Lakai Patterson at the point. He's 6'2", 202, a senior out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, a transfer from Charlotte. The other guard will be Mike Mitchell. He's 6'2", 185, a senior from San Jose, California. He was at Minnesota last year, a transfer from Pepperdine. At the forward positions, it'll be Dawson Garcia, 6'11", 234, a senior out of Savage, Minnesota. Frank Mitchell at 6'8", 260, a junior from Toronto, Ontario. He's a transfer from Canisius. And Femi Odikale is the 6'6 wingman. He's 6'6", 215, a senior out of Brooklyn, New York. He's a transfer from New Mexico State University. So those are the 5 starters for Minnesota tonight. And here's how they'll line up for Indiana. It'll be the same lineup the last 3 games, I believe it is now, with Kanan Carlisle having been out. Kanan will not start this ball game tonight, but he will be available off the bench. It'll be Miles Rice at 6'3", 180, a redshirt sophomore from Columbia, South Carolina. Trey Galloway at 6'5", 205, a senior from Culver, Indiana, and Culver Academies. In the middle, Umar Bolo, 7 foot, 260, a graduate senior out of Kulikoro, Mali, a transfer from Arizona. Malik Renew at 6'9", 233, a junior from Miami, Florida, at 1 forward. And Mackenzie Mbako at 6'8", 217, a sophomore from Gladstone, New Jersey, at the other forward position. The Hoosiers are led in scoring by Malik Renew at 15.4, Mackenzie Mbako at 15.3, Umar Balo's averaging 12.7, and Miles Rice at 11.8 in the scoring column. So that's how they'll line up for the Indiana Hoosiers here this evening. And the officials for tonight's ball game are Paul Zelk, James Breeding, and Keith Kimball. That's a veteran Big Ten crew. And we're about ready for basketball here tonight as this Indiana ball club goes for their 8th win of the season and their 4th in a row. Garnish Catering, now under new ownership, offers a wide variety of customizable catering services for large or small parties, from our kitchen to your table. You can count on Garnish Catering to provide excellence in quality and service. Visit them online at garnishcatering.com. Well, E, this is an important game tonight because it's a Big Ten game, and there's no doubt you got to win your home games, especially in your home facility, and Indiana is there tonight, so they got to get it done.
Yeah, and Indiana, didn't get a kind of a marquee win on the non-conference schedule that they were looking for. They were hoping to have a much better Bahamas trip. So you've got to take care of these home games, especially in league play. And you can't put any bad losses on your resume. Now, it's early. Anything can happen. I'm not trying to say it's a must-win. But, man, this is it. This is what you get ready for. The exhibition games, the non-conference schedule, all gets you ready for the Big Ten play. And Indiana's got 2 Big Ten games here coming up this week. An opportunity to protect home court is going to be absolutely vital here tonight, that the Hoosiers play well and get this Big Ten schedule and season off to a nice start.
Jumping center will be Balo for Indiana, and it'll be Dawson Garcia for Minnesota. Garcia stands in at 6'11", and he's a big boy. And here's the tip. It's controlled by Minnesota. Into the hands of Odikale, and now they get it outside to Lakai Patterson, and Patterson on the dribble against Miles Rice. Bounces it between the circles to Mitchell at the top of the key. Mitchell gives it left side to Dawson, and Garcia with the basketball. He fires up a long jump shot off the rim, bounces around, and drops in.
4-on-5 ball screen on the left wing. Indiana's big switch, and Balo gets left on an island. That's an easy 2 for Dawson Garcia.
Across the timeline, Galloway with it. Flips it over to Balo. Balo drives it down the left side, hands it off to Miles Rice. He throws it out to Mackenzie Mbako, top of the key. Mbako hands it back to Galloway, then back to Mbako. A feed inside to Malik Renew in the lane. Little hook shot, good. And Malik, with that beautiful touch inside, gets his first 2. High ball game, knotted up. Here is Lakai Patterson on the dribble. Patterson drives past the screen, throws it out to Garcia. Garcia gives to Mitchell. Mitchell on the left side, guarded by Galloway, pitches it back to Garcia for a 3 try. He misses this one, and Balo's got the rebound. Umar up the floor to Miles Rice. Rice across the timeline, lobs it into Malik down low, puts it up and in again. That was a great catch and a very quick shot that he knocked down. 4-2 Indiana. Now, Patterson with a basketball. Throws it off to Mitchell on the left perimeter. Mitchell takes it back to the right side, pulls up, fires up a 17-footer, misses, and the rebound tracked down by Miles Rice. Rice gets it across the timeline, lobs it inside to Baldo, puts it up and in. Indiana with 3 buckets inside quickly. And Baldo gets his first 2.
All 3 lobs over the top. That time in transition, Baldo does a great job running the court.
Across the timeline, Patterson gives it outside to Mitchell. Now to Mike Mitchell. Mitchell drives it to the right side, pulls up for a little 15-footer, then rattles that one home. And so Mike Mitchell with his first 2 points. 6-4 Indiana. Trey Galloway feeds it out to Miles Rice. Rice out near midcourt, guarded by Patterson, throws it to Malik Renew. He's at the top. Renew a couple of dribbles, then feeds it off to Mackenzie Mbako, who fakes, drives left, fires up the shot, and it's blocked out there. And the man who got it was Femi Odikale, the 6'6 senior, got up and blocked that shot.
He came out of nowhere there. I thought it was a good shot fake, 1 dribble pull-up by Mbako, but the defender recovered, and boy, was he long and was able to get that block from about 15 feet.
Indiana ball out of bounds to Galloway. He fires up a 3, but misses. Rebound taken out of there by Patterson, down the floor in a hurry. Patterson pulls up at the 3-point line and gives it off to Okadali, and he misses. And then Mitchell comes up, Frank Mitchell that is, with the rebound. Frank Mitchell gives to Patterson. Patterson fires up a jump shot and hits it. And Lakai Patterson gets his first 2. 6-6 tie. Here at the other end, the ball tipped out of bounds. It's touched last by Minnesota, and Indiana will have it underneath their own hoop.
Indiana's really looking, even after a made shot, for that rim run by Indiana's bigs. Baldo or Renew are doing a great job sealing off the defender.
And Mbako inbounds to Baldo. He feeds it off to Galloway. Then down low pass intended for Malik Renew. It goes out of bounds. So a turnover there. 6-6 tie. Minnesota will have the ball and a chance to take the lead. Inbound pass goes to Femi Odikale. Odikale gives it back to Patterson, who brings it across the timeline. Now outside pass to Mitchell. Frank Mitchell, that is. He gives it off to Okale. And now back off it comes to Patterson. Patterson on the right perimeter. Off to Garcia. Dribbles it once, gives it off to Odikale. He drives it down low, puts it up on a lay-in, and got it to go. And Odikale's got his first 2 of the game. 8-6, Minnesota. Down low, here's Umar. Down underneath, he gets hammered. He'll go to the line.
Minnesota's going to have to figure that out. I mean, it is every single possession. Indiana's just running down the court, whether it's Baldo or Renew, just running right down the middle, getting their head right underneath the basket, and then sealing off the defender. Before Indiana runs any type of half-court set, it's just post feed, post feed, post feed. They're getting look after look. And they've been great ones, too. Offense early in transition has been really good for the Hoosiers.
Well, Baldo with 54% shooting at the line. I know that's not great, but we like what we've seen out of him with a left hand, and he rattles that one in. 3rd point of the ball game for Umar. All I know is when he was shooting 40-some% last year for Arizona, this is much better. And he's doing it with the left hand, not the right hand.
Even his misses look real nice and soft. You just got to get in a rhythm here.
Number 2 on its way, and couldn't quite get that one. He had that one come down and out. Still, back in comes Minnesota in possession. Here is Mitchell across the timeline. Mike Mitchell with a basketball. They've subbed in Frank Mitchell out of the ball game, and now they've gotten Parker Fox in there, a guy that played last year, and he's tough. Here's Mitchell with a basketball, throws it back out to Patterson. Patterson dumps it into Garcia. Garcia down low, puts it up with the left hand and scores. And Dawson Garcia's got his 4th point. 10-7 score. Here the other way, Indiana throws it away. And Garcia comes up with it. Garcia takes it the other way, throws it up inside, and knocks it down.
Ooh, that is impressive. 6'11", running the fast break, finishing.
Here's Miles Rice the other way to Mackenzie Mbako for 3, and he hits. That's a good sign for Mackenzie. He had only 4 points in that ball game against Miami the other day. 12-10, Indiana down 2. Mike Mitchell with a basketball. He holds it, gives it out to Odikale, and he had it knocked away. Scrambled on the floor, picked up by Malik. He saves it, tries to get it to Baldo. Baldo tries to save it, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to belong to Indiana.
The crowd loves that one. Big 7 foot. Baldo getting on the ground for a loose ball. What an effort play by Ballo there. That's the type of effort it takes if you're hoping to be successful in the Big Ten. And Umar Ballo sacrificing his body for the team. You got to love to see it.
12-10, Minnesota leads Indiana. 15:42 on the clock at our first television timeout. We're back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
This is Steve Webb with Electric Plus, a full-service electrical contractor powering Indiana with offices in Bloomington, Avon, Lafayette, and Kokomo. We work hard to deliver big wins for our customers. We lead the league in new construction, expansions, modernizations, and service repair. Our team excels at industrial, commercial, residential, and 24/7 emergency coverage. Just like the Hoosiers desire to be the best, the mission of Electric Plus is to be the best electrical contractor, period. For more information, please visit electricplus.com and go Hoosiers.
As a red-blooded IU fan, you know when something's homegrown, Hoosier authentic. That's why you'll love Indiana Kitchen premium pork products. Indiana Kitchen's a real Indiana company that partners with its surrounding family farms to deliver the highest quality, best-tasting pork you can buy. Like Indiana Kitchen bacon. It's cut a little thicker and smoked over natural hardwood for a hearty Hoosier flavor no other brand can match. One taste and you'll know why more people are saying, my brand is Indiana. Find out more at indianakitchen.com.
When you want to stream movies with family, video chat with friends, or upload large files for work, you need Smithville's Fast Fiber Internet. When you choose Smithville's Fast Fiber Internet service for your home, you'll access gigabit upload and download speeds. That means no irritating lag to slow you down. There's never been a better time to claim your Fast Fiber connection. Visit smithville.com/internet to get started now.
Here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Indiana trailing Minnesota 12-10 with 15:42 on the clock, just underway here at the Assembly Hall. Smithville connects Hoosiers at home and at work through internet, voice, and smart security solutions. Stick with the home team. Visit smithville.com for more information.
Well, offensively, Indiana's getting whatever they want. 4 of 6 from the field. They've got 10 quick points here to start this game. The problem is not that side of the ball or the court. Minnesota's getting whatever they want. It's been open shots from 15 feet. It's been transition buckets. 12-10 here early. Minnesota leads, and both teams shooting 67% from the field. So I know it's early, but if Indiana hopes to win this game, I mean, it's got to be on the defensive side of the ball. You got to get stops consistently here against the Minnesota offense that, quite frankly, has really struggled up to this point in the season.
Today's game is sponsored by German American Bank, strengthening our communities with banking and wealth management since 1910. German American Bank, germanamerican.com.member FDIC. Here is Miles Rice with a basketball near midcourt. Slides it off, bounces it off into the hands of Umar Ballo, who gives it off to Galloway, knocked away. Galloway picks it up, brings it back across the midcourt stripe, then throws it down to Ballo inside, lobs it into Malik, little hook, good. And that's great two-man basketball right there. 6 points now for Renew. Good feed by Ballo. Saw his man underneath and just pitched it to him, and an easy layup. 12-12 tie. Mike Mitchell gets it across the timeline, feeds it off. New face in the ball game is Parker Fox, as we said. Fox now gives it also another new face in there. This time it's Brennan Rigsby. Rigsby with the basketball, feeds it over to Patterson. Lakai Patterson dumps it into Garcia. He turns on Malik. Garcia trying to work on him. Down low he goes, turns around, clears it inside to Parker Fox, who mishandled it. Indiana's got the turnover. Down the floor, Mbako has it on the right side of the basket. Tries to back his way down, throws in a fadeaway. Mackenzie Mbako gets his 5th point of the ball game. And it's 14-12. Indiana retakes the lead. Lakai Patterson brings it across the timeline. He bounces it off to Fox. Fox top of the key, feeds Garcia. Garcia puts up another jumper and nails another one. And Garcia already with 8 points now. 14-14 tie, and here's a steal by Patterson on the inbound as Miles Rice made a bad pass there.
Unforced. Looked like Rice's shoe fell off, and he wasn't able to get the inbound after the made shot by Garcia. Just an unforced error. And then as he's trying to save it, threw it right to the Minnesota players. Patterson that was able to get the steal there in the putback. So 4 quick points for Minnesota to take the lead by 2.
So we have timeout. It's a brief one here. We'll tell you that your Central Indiana Honda dealers are proud to bring you the better Hondas for a better Indiana. Award-winning Hondas built right here in the state and the local factories there. Search your local Honda dealer for a great deal on a new Honda. Well, little question right now, Indiana. Again, starting with some turnovers here early.
Well, key to the game was Dawson Garcia. Yeah, the turnovers hurt you, but what also doesn't help is Garcia's got 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting from the field in 6 minutes of action. So he is off to a hot start right now, and he's the guy you watch film. He's the guy that makes this ship sail here for Minnesota. He's the number one guy, the head of the snake. You got to limit his touches.
Across the timeline, this is Miles Rice with the basketball, guarded by Mitchell. Gives it outside to Mbako. McKenzie drives it left down low, spins into the lane, ball blocked away, but a foul is going to be called. And this one will be whistled on Parker Fox.
McKenzie is aggressive to start this game. Shooting, driving to the basket, and just the ability to draw the foul there. You can tell. Shot's not there. He's putting the ball on the deck. He's trying to get to the rim.
92% at the line for Mackenzie Mbako so far this year. He's got 5 points already in this ball game. Looking for number 6 there. Knocks it down. That's the one thing. Indiana's free throw shooting this year is spot on. It's right now as a team, they're knocking down 73%, and that's really good. Second shot on its way. Got them both. And 4 shots, or take that back. That is 7 points now for Mbako. And here up the floor quickly. New face in the ball game is Isaac Osama. Osama with the ball. Knocked away by Miles Rice. He lost it out of bounds. And Rice touched it last, but a nice defensive play there, not a deflection. Ball will be out of bounds, and Fox will trigger the inbound pass to Osama. Osama will replace Patterson. The inbound comes to Osama, and Isaac Osama with the ball. On the dribble left, tries to go back right, cut off, throws it back to the left side. Now bounces it inside to Fox. The ball's kicked, and Indiana kicked the ball. Kanan Carlisle's checked in for Indiana, so the Hoosiers have their former starter in the ball game, having been out with an injury for the last 3 ball games. And it'll be out of bounds to Mike Mitchell in front of the Indiana bench. And the inbound comes to Parker Fox. Fox hands it back to Mitchell. Mitchell drives it to the left side. Luke Goody on him as Goody's checked in. Out to Garcia for an open 3. He missed it, and the rebound comes to Malik Renew. Back the other way, quickly the Hoosiers come. Here's Goody back outside to Rice. Rice looks inside, bounces it out to Goody. He flips it over to Malik Renew. Renew gives it to Kanan Carlisle, back to Malik. On a drive, inside, lays it in. Malik Renew weaves his way down low for an easy bucket there, and his 8th point. He and Garcia have a little scoring tussle here in the first part of this ball game. Here's the throw outside. It is to Osama, and now he gives it off to Mitchell. Mitchell cut off, throws it outside to Rigsby, and he tries to drive right side, cut off by McKenzie, gets it in the lane, throws up a shot, it goes down. Brennan Rigsby gets his first 2. So it's 18 all. Inside Mbako for an easy lay-in.
Both these teams early in this game, defensive lapses. I mean, wide open shots. Indiana has gotten so many good looks in transition. That time, nobody guarding Mbako underneath the basket.
Down the floor, here is Osama. He dribbles it off to the lane, gives it outside to Mitchell. Mitchell drives inside, scoops it up and in, and Mike Mitchell's got his second basket. These two teams are playing no defense. 20 all-time. 12:07 to go, first half. Here's Rice, out to Luke Goody. He feeds it to Carlisle, back out to Rice. Rice between the circles, dribbles to the right, gives up the dribble, bounces to Malik, in the corner to Goody for a 3 try. Off the rim, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Rigsby. He brings it down the court quickly. Rigsby pulls up, then drives on Goody, pulls it back out to the left wing, then drives it across the lane, turns, fires up a spin shot, and knocks it in. And Rigsby's got his 4th point. That was just a tough shot.
Really tough shot. Back-to-back tough shots by Rigsby.
22-20. Minnesota back on top by 2. Kanan Carlisle with the basketball. Carlisle starts to the right side. Pulls it back out with a bounce pass, and he's fouled by Mike Mitchell. So Mitchell picks up his first foul of the ball game. That was a bad foul on Mitchell. That was way away from the basketball, or where he should have been. And obviously, A reach-in. So it's 22-20 Minnesota. Time out of the floor with 11:25 on the clock here in the first half of play. We're back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you can always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to giving you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this basketball season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock, like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have Happy Honda Days, search your local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/25.
Welcome back to Simon Scott Assembly Hall. Indiana trailing Minnesota 22-20 with 11:25 to go here in the first half of play. And we'll remind everybody that our game tonight is brought to you by CareSource, individual and family health insurance, reimagining health insurance.
Minnesota's 3 of their last 3. Indiana's 5 of their last 6. Both teams shooting over 70% from the field. It's been fun basketball to watch if you like baskets. But if you're a defensive lover like me, you're having a miserable time out there because there's no defense being played right now. Indiana has gotten a ton of open looks underneath the basket. Renew has been really good, 4 of 4 from the field to start out, and they're pretty much uncontested looks. I mean, he's just getting easy point-blank looks right around the rim. And Dawson Garcia has led the way for Minnesota. He's 4 of 6 from the field, 8 early points. Just fast basketball, fluid, making shots. I mean, this is some pretty basketball if you like offense. It's not a lot of grittiness at the defensive end right now from either team.
Well, Indiana scored a lot inside, and Baco, of course, has got 9 points. Malik Renew's got 8. Ballo's got the other 3 in this ball game. And for Minnesota, they've got 8 from Dawson Garcia, 4 from Mike Mitchell, 4 from Brennan Rigsby, 4 from Lakai Patterson. So they've spread it out a little bit more than Indiana has. The inbound will come from Trey Galloway. Back in. Galloway with the ball. Holds on to it. Takes it right. Throws it left to Goody. He feeds it off to Carlisle. Kanan backs it out of there. Between the circles, let's go a 3. And high off the rim, no, but there's Bryson Tucker for the rebound and an easy layup. Tucker inside for his first 2 as he just checked in the lineup. Now, here's Osama bringing it up for Minnesota. Osama across the timeline, harassed out there by Carlisle, and Carlisle's going to get called for a foul. That will be his first of the ball game.
Like to see it, though, especially early in the game. Kanan is out half court, just absolutely dogging the basketball. Picks up a silly one there, but you love the effort. You love how hard he plays at the defensive end.
And here's a ball, bounces off the foot of Osama out of bounds. Indiana will get it on the turnover. So that is number 3 on Minnesota. Both teams have 3 turnovers now. And here's Patterson coming into the ball game, and so is Femi Odikale. And Rigsby heads to the sideline, so does Mike Mitchell. Parker Fox is in, and we got a new face in there. Trey Edmonds in for the first time, a 6'10 senior. The inbound goes to Ballo, back to Kanan Carlisle. Carlisle feeds Trey Galloway, top of the key, right back to Carlisle. Takes it back to the left side, inside to Umar, and he lost the handle. Stolen away, Parker Fox has got it. Off to Osama. Osama outside to Patterson. He feeds it down in the corner. They get it to Parker Fox. Fox won't take the 3. He pulls up, gives it back to Odikale. Odikale across the key, a whistle, and Trey Galloway with a foul. So Galloway picks up his first personal.
Odicali's had a impressive start here to this game. He came up with that big block against Mbako, had a putback earlier in the game, and that time drawing the foul on Galloway.
Odicali inbounds it to Patterson. Patterson on the left side works against Carlisle, being harassed out there by him. Gets it into the lane, pulls up, little runner, no good. And the rebound taken out of there by Bryson Tucker. Down the floor, he finds Carlisle. Kanan gives it back to Bryson. He takes it to the left side. He pulls up, throws it back to Carlisle. He looks in for Ballo, can't find him. Now Galloway cross courts to Goody, back outside to Tucker. They whip it around the perimeter. Now to Ballo inside. He gives it to Trey Galloway, and he's banged out there by Osama. So Isaac Osama picks up his first personal foul. 22-22 tie, 10:02 to go here in this first half of play. And the inbound will be Carlisle, bouncing it into Trey Galloway. Galloway holds outside, bounces out a give and go to Tucker, Bryson Tucker. Tucker gives it back to Trey. Galloway takes it to the left wing, and we got a foul down low. And they're going to whistle this one on the new face, Trey Edmonds, for his first foul of the game. He was banging in there with Umar Ballo.
Trying to keep Ballo away from the basket. That's what you want to try to do, defending the low post right there. You got to push that offensive player away from the rim.
Inbound comes to Tucker, puts it up and in. Bryson Tucker gets his fourth point, and a nice inbound pass from Trey Galloway. Here's Patterson across the timeline. Patterson from Minnesota on the dribble, top of the lane, throws it right side to Osama. He drives to the baseline. He's cut off, throws it out to Edmonds. Edmonds tries to work on Ballo down low. He misses the jump hook, and it's no good. Rebound to Tucker. And Bryson Tucker gives it off to Kanan Carlisle, who looked at a long three but didn't take it. And Umar Ballo goes inside and gets fouled on the play. And I think that's going to be, we'll see. Actually, it's going to be on Osama.
Indiana's had some success with that pick and roll, and one adjustment that I've seen made, they're hitting the roll man early, about 10, 15 feet from the basket, and allowing guys like Renew or Ballo there to make a decision with the basketball away from the rim rather than with their head underneath it.
So Ballo going to the free throw line, 1 for 2 at the stripe so far tonight. And Umar eyes the first attempt, and he knocks it in. He's got his fourth point of the ball game. And there goes Edmonds, who just came in the ball game, right back to the bench. Osama goes there with him. And they've got Mike Mitchell back in the contest now, and Garcia. Ballo, one more shot coming, hitting 54% of his free throws this year. Number 2 is the crowd quiets, and it is good. And Umar, 5 points for him. He's getting more confidence every time he goes to the line, it would appear. Here's Lakai Patterson across the timeline. Patterson bounces it off to Garcia. He whips it to Mike Mitchell. Mitchell weaves it back out front. In between the circles, gave up the dribble, has to find somebody, finds Garcia. Gives it back to Mitchell. Mitchell with 10 on the shot clock. He takes it, pulls it back. Ballo on him now. Nice job defensively by Umar. They get it inside down low to Frank Mitchell, who's back in, and now there's a foul called in Indiana.
2 seconds on the shot clock there. That was great defense from Indiana. Not only along the perimeter, but Ballo, as he got matched up against Mitchell, really did a nice job moving his feet for the most part. The very last second, Mitchell finds his teammate, the big Frank Mitchell, underneath the basket, and Indiana, after playing great defense, allows Minnesota to get to the free throw line here.
Well, we talk about Ballo and his struggles at the free throw line. This guy has not hit a free throw in 5 tries, and now it's 6. That could be the Finney Fries second toss coming here.
No doubt about it. And you can already tell why we're encouraged about Ballo. When Ballo misses, it's nice and soft. That one wasn't soft at all.
Second one is on its way. Oh, it went down. That deflates the student section over there.
I thought after that first one, the fries were coming.
Across the timeline, Carlisle with a basketball. Finds Trey Galloway with it. Galloway between the circles, goes left side to Goody. He drives it into the lane, dumps it in the corner to Tucker. He fires it up there and hitting. Bryson Tucker with a long 2-pointer. And Tucker continues to play well here. He's got 6 points already. 29-23. Here's Patterson with the dribble on the left side against Carlisle. Takes it out front, gives it off to I'll get it. Odicali. They flip it back out to Patterson. Patterson now pumps up an 18-footer. He rims it no good. Fight for the rebound. Saved by Carlisle into Goody's hands. Down the floor to Galloway. Trey takes it to the top, pulls up, takes it to the left side, gives to Tucker. Another fadeaway by Bryson. This time no. And the rebound off to Mitchell.
That was a bit quick there. Fade away from about 15 feet. Could have got a better one there if you're Indiana.
No question. Here is Mike Mitchell with a dribble. Drives it to the right, pulls up, throws it back out to Garcia. Garcia harassed by Luke Goody. Garcia on the dribble, throws it out in the corner to Mitchell. Mitchell drives into the lane, pulls up, in trouble. Finally fires it out to Patterson. 4 on the shot clock. Patterson tries to jam his way in, can't do it. Throws up a wild 3, and it's no good. Rebound to Carlisle. Down the floor to Galloway. Pitches it into Tucker. Scores! Bryson Tucker on a reverse layup gets his 8th point of the ball game, and that's got Ben Johnson calling a timeout to Indiana's biggest lead at 30-23 with 7:29 left here. This will be a full timeout, and we'll be back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Indiana University knows a thing or two about making great plays, and so does Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Whether you qualify for Medicaid or Medicare, a plan through the Affordable Care Act, or have health coverage through your job, you can feel confident with Anthem's large network of doctors, hospitals, and health professionals. To learn more about Anthem's health plans, call your authorized agent or visit Anthem.com. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc., independent licensees of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association. Anthem is a registered trademark of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
Milwaukee-based Cousin Subs now has 2 Indianapolis area locations at 9321 North Michigan Road and 8545 South Emerson Avenue. To celebrate, Cousins and Indiana University Athletics have teamed up to offer IU fans a chance for 2 tickets to the final home game on March 8th and a shot at $100,000 in their half-court hall sweepstakes. Fans can enter daily through February 28th and find more info at iuhoosiers.com/Cousin Subs. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
big savings?
Yep, which means...
it's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Back once here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall with Indiana, leading 30-23 over Minnesota with 7:29 to go here on the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard in the first half. Green and Schultz trial lawyers have the strength to accomplish legal challenges you may face. Green and Schultz, a winning team for victims of injury and loss. For more at greenschultz.com.
Bryson Tucker from Indiana off the bench. 8 points on 4 or 5 shooting. He's got 3 rebounds, leading the team in rebounds off the bench. You also have Kanan Carlisle off the bench, has provided an incredible spark at the defensive end. He is all over the basketball right now. In the last few possessions, as Minnesota's gone 0 of their last 4, it's been Kanan Carlisle pressuring the basketball. And guys like Mitchell, Patterson have not been able to get open looks at all. And Indiana has gone on a little run here. You got to have production off the bench, and that's exactly what Indiana has gotten from Bryson Tucker, Kanan Carlisle. Those 2 guys have come in and played great.
And Kanan Carlisle has seen no action here for 3 straight ball games, so you got to give him a lot of credit for coming in and playing as hard as he is.
Yeah, just energy is contagious. You know, you see a guy up there. We talked about the early foul that he got. Well, he got it because he was so aggressive defensively, and guys see that, and they want to play like that, and all of a sudden you got 5 guys out there committed to the defensive end of the ball. Inbound
comes to Patterson, and Patterson brings it up. Or actually, that's Odekali who brings it off across the timeline. He drives it to the right wing. Now the pass out to Mitchell. Then back over it comes to Odekali, who drives it into the lane, lost the handle, throws it outside to Garcia. Garcia now tries to drive it right. He pitches to Mitchell for a 3 try, and he rimmed it no good. Tipped up, no. And the rebound comes to Malik Renew. Down the floor to Trey Galloway. Gallo gets it across the timeline, goes to Carlisle, and Kanan on the dribble, out between the circles now, moves it to the left side, gives it back to Galloway on the wing. He on a give and go to Ballo. He kicks out in the corner to Malik Renew for a 3. It's off the rim, no good. It's tipped up. Battle for. Ballo had it for a second. Kicked out to Malik. He gets it back outside to Tucker. Not in Caden Carlisle. And they will reset for the offense. Now, Carlisle Pitches over to Malik Renew. Nice feed to Ballo inside, and he got shoved from behind. And he will go to the free. Well, I don't know if he'll go to the line or not. It looks like he will. That's a 17 foul. So he'll have a 1 and bonus, I believe.
Really sharing the basketball. That pick and roll's been good, but Indiana's guards are getting rid of the basketball early. That time, a skip pass to Renew, who found his teammate Ballo underneath the basket. That high-low, the way that the Renew and Ballo share the basketball has been really impressive, and tonight's been no different.
And Carlisle comes to the sideline, getting a good round of applause from the fan base who loves that hustle, as did Bryson Tucker. And now, Ballo with the stripe, fires it up there, got another one. 3 in a row now for Ballo. He's got 6 points. Man, if he can knock down free throws at a 65% rate or something like that, he can really help this ball club. If he gets to 70%, we're all going to be screaming bloody murder. How good are you?
That's right. It gets to the line a lot. The question is, can he knock him down?
Eyes number 2. On its way. Missed it short. Rebound tipped out. And Odikale comes up with a rebound. 31-23 Indiana. 6:28 to go here in the first half. Here's Odikale on the dribble into the lane. Bounces it down low into Mitchell. He puts up a little jump hook that misses. Tip is no good by Garcia. Back the other way comes Indiana. Miles Rice with the ball on the right wing. Bounces into Malik. Renew down low to Ballo. Ballo turns around. Nice feed to Mackenzie Mbako. Couldn't get it to go down. Got his own rebound. Now takes it back out of there. Still on the dribble. Throws it outside to Galloway. Galloway on the left wing. Drives to the top, into the lane, dumps it outside to Rice. A whistle blows. And another, what do we got, travel?
Went out of bounds there.
We threw it out. Ball hit the deck. That's what I was looking for, and I don't know. He got knocked to the ground.
He's wondering why there wasn't a foul call, but just a missed opportunity there. Indiana had the lane. Galloway was able to turn the corner. He tried kicking it out to Miles Rice on the right wing, but Rice wasn't home. That ball went out of bounds. A good thought, a good play, just bad execution.
Odikale is on the dribble. He takes it to the right side, feeds it over to Mike Mitchell. Mitchell drives to the top, gives it to Garcia. Dawson Garcia trying to back in Malik. Can't do it. Gets trouble, throws it out to Mitchell. Mitchell back out to Garcia, looks at the three-point line, spins a dribble, turns around. He tries to force one up there, couldn't get it to go, and Miles Rice clears the board. Rice down the floor in a hurry. Miles slows things up top of the key, then drives it left. Now lost the handle, got it back. Throws it outside to Mackenzie Mbako, and Mbako gives it to Rice. Rice now on the move, top of the key, between the circles, bounces to Ballo. Ballo finds Trey Galloway with a pass at the top. Galloway, he moves to the left side. On a give and go to Ballo down low. Puts it up and in. And Umar, 8 points for him now. Indiana 33, Minnesota 23. And a foul called. Miles Rice, I think he's dinged a little bit. Looked like maybe an ankle.
Yeah, he fouled on purpose there just to get out of the ball game, I think. So Carlisle's going to come in for him. But yeah, I think you're right, Don. He's dealing with something.
Foul call was on Miles. That'll be his first. And here's Patterson on the dribble across the timeline. Again, Kanan Carlisle back in there again. He just got hammered by Edmonds, who gets called for a trap or a screen foul.
And guess who drew the foul?
Yeah.
Kanan Carlisle comes into the game. Just his effort and intensity guarding that ball screen. He's able to get Indiana a turnover at the defensive end. Just really nice. Just great defense there off a ball screen. Indiana's got all the momentum right now. They're on a 7-0 run here in just under 4 minutes of play.
Here comes Galloway across the timeline. Trey gives it outside to Malik. Renew. Down low to Ballo inside. Forces his way up there and got another one to go. Umar Ballo putting up the bicep sign to the crowd. Obviously, he's happy about that one that went down, and Ballo's got his 10th point of the game.
That lob over the top has been there all night long. Minnesota has been late on the weak side, and that time Ballo was able to get that over-the-top lob before the weak side gets there. He takes the hit, finishes through contact. Just a great high-low again from Indiana.
Now can he make the free throw and a three-point possibility here? Give Indiana their biggest lead at 13 if he hits it. And he does. Umar Ballo with 13 points here in the first half. 4:40 to go, and Indiana leading at 36-23. Lakai Patterson gets it across the timeline against Carlisle. Patterson harassed by Caden Carlisle. Down the right side, Patterson finally gives it up to Garcia. Garcia tries the baseline drive and threw it out to Mitchell. Mitchell drives in the lane, bounces it off to Odikali. He almost lost it, and Kanan Carlisle had him. Oh, he steals it from him. Carlisle back the other way. His pass is blocked, but right into Carlisle's hands, and he gives it back to Galloway. Indiana slows it down a little bit here. Galloway takes it to the top. Lost the handle himself. Parker Fox stole it from him. Now here's Mike Mitchell with a 3-try and hits it.
He can do that.
Mitchell's got 7, and that is his, was it a 2? Nabalo has 11 points. My apology. Anyway, here comes Tri Galloway across the timeline. And with the basketball is Carlisle. Carlisle throws it out to Galloway. Galloway takes it to the right side. Hey, he's in trouble again. Now he bounces away to Carlisle. Down to the corner to Malik for a 3-try. Off the mark, no good. Rebound tapped away into the hands of Lakai Patterson. Back up the floor. Gets it across the timeline. Patterson with a basketball. Top of the key. Backs it out, then drives it right. Takes it down to the baseline. Whistle blows, and we've got what? A foul called on Indiana, and I think that'll be on Galloway. So foul was called. Timeout on the floor. 3:17 to go here in the first half. And Indiana is leading 36-26. And we'll be back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey Hoosiers, it's time for adventure in Indiana's great outdoors. Picture yourself in Indiana at our first state park, McCormick's Creek. Join your family and friends traversing limestone canyons and waterfalls, or enjoy the peace and quiet of a night stay and a great meal at McCormick's Creek State Park's Canyon Inn. Great seasonal rates are available, all just minutes from Bloomington. Make memories naturally in Indiana. Find your next adventure at dnr.in.gov.
Get back to doing what you love with the right support close to home. If you're experiencing hip or knee pain and it's affecting your everyday activities, it may be time to schedule a consultation with one of our highly skilled orthopedic surgeons. Our fellowship-trained surgeons specialize in outpatient joint replacement. We may be able to get you home on the same day of your procedure. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health will give you the expert care you need. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/BloomingtonOrtho.
IU Credit Union. Buy a car, take a trip, see the sights, get away.
We can help make this happen. Come see us today.
Buy a ring, get married, start a family.
We've got your back. Find your destiny.
Buy a house, fix it up, turn it into a home.
We're here. You don't have to do it on your own. Let us help with your savings and loans.
IU Credit Union believes you can chase a dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
Back here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, it's Indiana 36, Minnesota 26, 3:17 to go here in this first half. Fans, IU Credit Union is the exclusive provider of the IU Athletics MasterCard debit card. Choose yours from 6 great IU designs and show your Hoosier pride. See them online at iucu.org. IU Credit Union is an official partner of IU Athletics.
Well, Minnesota's only one of their last 8 from the field. And a lot of it has to do with the team defense, ball pressure, out beyond the perimeter. But if you could zero it in on one guy, it's Kanan Carlisle. I think he brought so much energy and effort off the bench. That spark at the defensive end kind of got everybody else involved. And all of a sudden you go on a big run here to take a 10-point lead with just over 3 minutes left to go in the first half. You got to have that off the bench, Don. You have to have a guy that's ready to just be an impact guy and do whatever it takes for your team. Carlisle's been that guy. He's 0 of 1 from the field. And he's all I can talk about because he's been so good at the defensive end here for Indiana. And the Hoosiers have turned up the heat here defensively. And Minnesota looks like a team that is completely lost right now at the offensive end.
Umar Ballo is now on the bench. And Malik Renew, Luke Goody, Mackenzie Mbako, Bryson Tucker, and Kanan Carlisle, the offense for Indiana. The inbound comes to Garcia. Garcia guarded by Goody. Garcia tries to take him on the dribble, gets it to the free throw line, bounces on a give and go to Parker Fox, who missed the layup, and the rebound to Malik Renew. Renew down the floor in a hurry, fires it out to McKenzie. Mbako with a little 17-footer that misses badly, and the rebound taken out of there by Garcia. He gives to Patterson, and Lakai Patterson brings it up. Patterson on the dribble to the right side, brings it back out near midcourt. Tucker on him. Bryson Guarding Patterson to the right. Patterson trying to move it to the wing. Gets it outside to Fox now. He feeds it over to Odekale. Odekale drives it to the top and lost the ball. Picked off by Malik Renew. Feeds it up the court to Bryson Tucker. And Tucker got fouled in the play by Lakai Patterson. Well, Patterson was diving for the ball and took the legs out from Bryson Tucker. It was not intentional, but Patterson picks up his first foul.
Good effort play by Patterson, but offensively, Parker Fox not being able to shoot the basketball is absolutely killing this Minnesota offense. They're trying to get a little high-low action to Dawson Garcia. They just can't do it. Two of Indiana's bigs are right underneath the rim. They're not respecting the three-point shot from Fox at all. You got to have a four-man that can stretch the floor, and right now Minnesota does not have that.
Tucker knocks down the first free throw. That foul, incidentally, on Patterson was his second, not his first. Bryson Tucker now has got 9 points in this ball game, so he is easily having one of his best halves of the season. And that second shot rattles no good. Rebound taken out of there by Parker Fox from Minnesota. Indiana's lead at 11. 2:28 to go in the half. Odekale brings it across the timeline for Minnesota. He takes it to the right side on the dribble, gives it over to Mike Mitchell. Mitchell brings it back out between the circles. Rigsby's back in the ball game now, and they give a give and go to Parker Fox, who stuffs it. And first 2 points of the ball game for Fox, and we're back to a 9-point lead. Indiana on top. Kanan Carlisle will bring it across the timeline. Carlisle on the dribble, works it toward the right side. Now lobs it into Bryson Tucker. He gives it off to Mackenzie Mbako. Mbako can't get a shot away, so it feeds it back out to Carlisle. Kanan takes it to the left side. Now pulls up, lets go a three. Hits it! Kanan Carlisle hits his first points of the ball game. First points he's had in the last 4 ball games now. And Indiana with the lead at 40-28. Another Mike Mitchell three, however, takes it right back to that 9-point deficit. And Mike Mitchell is very adept at knocking down threes. And Indiana comes right back the other way. Good job by the Hoosiers, no question about that. Across the timeline is Odekale. Now, he fires it out to Garcia. Garcia against Goody. Garcia tries to work him, tries to get him down low, turns, gives it inside. They flip it out. Rigsby's got it. He tries to take it inside, throws up a shot, blocked by Malik, and they throw it away. It's going to go out of bounds, I think. Yep. And it'll belong to Indiana. McKenzie was trying to catch up to it. I think he thought he might have an easy layup.
Rigsby had Mitchell wide open in the left corner for Minnesota. The best three-point shooter Minnesota's got, and Rigsby misses him. That just kills you as a coach. You run great sets, you get your best shooter wide open, and you don't find him. And what could have been a 3 attempt turns into a turnover.
Inbound comes to Tucker. Tucker tries to drive into the lane, does so, puts it up, and got it. Bryson Tucker has his 11th point of the contest. Indiana's got a 13-point advantage. Biggest lead of the game, 44-31. Inside, 35 seconds now to go in the half. Here is Odekale on the dribble. Fires it outside into the hands of Mike Mitchell. Mitchell lost the handle, got it back. Bounces it off to Frank Mitchell. Frank Mitchell gives it to Rigsby. Rigsby dumps it back to Mike Mitchell, and he lost the handle out of bounds. Another turnover, and all of a sudden, turnovers have plagued Minnesota. They've got 8 now.
Indiana's really sped up this Minnesota offense. They look out of control, and you got to credit to this Indiana defense. They're there on the catch. They're contesting all shots. The ball pressure has been so good here the last 10 minutes.
Across the timeline, Kanan Carlisle with a basketball. Rigsby is on him. They're going to let the clock run down. Kanan now dumps it over to Malik Renew on a give and go. Feeds it into Tucker. He misses the shot, and that's going to end the first half of the throw at the other end by Rigsby, but no good, and we are at halftime. The score, Indiana 44, Minnesota 31. A pretty good first half for Indiana in a number of ways in this ball game. You certainly like the effort, and Kanan Carlisle has certainly sparked them with his defensive prowess out there. Hoosier fans, visit IUbench.com now and register for your chance to join your Hoosier men's basketball team for a unique on-court experience, including your own candy stripe pants at the IU-Ohio State game March 8th. It's brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. When we come back, John Herrick will present the Prairie Farms halftime show with statistics, interviews, and more. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill, because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Subaru is Consumer Reports' 2024 Best Mainstream Automotive Brand and has earned more IIHS Top Safety Awards than any other brand since 2013. With 96% of all Subarus sold in the past 10 years still on the road and over 7 million Subarus built right here in Indiana, you know you're getting a quality vehicle. Royal Subaru has been serving Bloomington, Indiana for over 40 years. Visit us today at our East 3rd Street location or at royaleastsubaru.com.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
As a red-blooded IU fan, you know when something's homegrown, Hoosier authentic. That's why you'll love Indiana Kitchen premium pork products. Indiana Kitchen's a real Indiana company that partners with its surrounding family farms to deliver the highest quality, best-tasting pork you can buy. Like Indiana Kitchen bacon. It's cut a little thicker and smoked over natural hardwood for a hearty Hoosier flavor no other brand can match. One taste and you'll know why more people are saying, my brand is Indiana. Find out more at indianakitchen.com.
Did you know that 9 out of 10 customers would recommend AAA insurance to a friend? That's higher than the percentage of people that love sunsets. Yeah, the thing's so majestic that the last time you saw one, you posted 25 blurry photos of it online. Don't worry, it's not about likes, it's about heart. Legendary service and superior coverage with AAA insurance, something 9 out of 10 people would recommend. Find out why and get a quote at AAA.com/insurance. Based on a 2023 customer survey. Insurance provided by CSAA Insurance Exchange.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
On the CareSource Radio Network. From Learfield, Hoosier basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Indiana University Health is proud to be the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics. And by Smithville, at home and at work. Smithville is your local choice for internet, voice, and smart security solutions. Visit smithville.com for more information. Now, from the Smithville Broadcast Center, this is Hoosier Halftime.
And our halftime show is presented by Prairie Farms, dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk. Drink local with Prairie Farms. Indiana 44, Minnesota 31. That is your halftime score. We'll get to stats and much more, but first, let's send it over to the women's basketball play-by-play announcer, Austin Render, with a sponsored interview.
And we're joined by Michael Sorrells, who is from our game sponsor today, German American Bank. And Mike, German American Bank's a big supporter of local communities, and one of the ways that German American Bank has given back is through the School Spirit Card program. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so we have a School Spirit Card that we use for IU and for other schools, and it's just we give contribute a part of it back to the school. So if someone opens a card with us, a portion of that goes back to the school. We're happy to do it.
Now is the time of the year where people are going to be swiping their credit cards and their checkbooks for all sorts of purchases to finance some of those larger items or even vacations and home renovations. What is one option that German American Bank offers their customers?
I would say a home equity product that ties to the card is a great option, and we have an amazing home equity quality product, Austin. It is very flexible, and we can write checks on it or use cards.
And German American Bank does more than just personal banking. You have great products and resources for businesses as well, correct?
Correct. Our commercial loan and small business banking teams in the Bloomington market are very experienced and highly educated. We've got a significant number of clients in the area, and we offer very flexible and sophisticated and competitive products there. We appreciate the relationship with Indiana University. We are honored to have folks bank with German American banks.
That was Michael Sorrells of today's game sponsor, German American Bank.
Thank you, Austin. We'll give you the first half statistics when we return in just a moment. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Let the team that takes care of your team take care of you. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health and Orthopedics and Sports Medicine will help you get back to doing the things that you love. Whether it's knee pain or a broken bone, you can schedule a consultation or visit our walk-in clinic for urgent needs. IU Health gives you more options for highly skilled care when, where, and how you need it, including right now. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/BloomingtonOrtho.
Are you looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? CommunityCars.com has the right vehicle for you. CommunityCars.com has vehicles that will fit your budget no matter how big or small. Check out our large selection of vehicles today at CommunityCars.com. We also buy cars. If you're looking to sell your car, CommunityCars.com will buy your car. CommunityCars.com will offer top dollar for the vehicle you want to sell. Contact us today at CommunityCars.com.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead, we don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with creativity and bravery. Unapologetically optimistic. Equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world. Because bold is who we are. 9 campuses, 1 purpose. Creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. Join us at iu.edu.
Have you been injured at work? Contact Golitko and Daly, the Indiana work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. There's nothing easy about work injury cases. At Golitko and Daly, we focus on work-related injury cases and have board-certified and OSHA-trained trial lawyers to help you with your case. Find us at indianaworkers.com. Golitko and Daly, your Indiana work injury lawyers. At Golitko and Daly, we go to work when you can't.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the trustees of Indiana University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
And it is Indiana on top of Minnesota, 44-31 at the half. I'm John Herrick with your first half statistics, which are brought to you by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products for the most authentic bacon, ham, and fresh pork. More people are saying, my brand is Indiana. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. Indiana shot 63% in that first half. Minnesota, 52%. Indiana, 8 of 11 at the foul line for 73%. 2 of 7 for 3, which is 29%. Minnesota, 2 of 5 from 3, which is 40%. They were just 1 of 2 at the line. Indiana outscoring Minnesota in the paint 26-16 and on fast break points 14-7. Hoosiers are led in the first half by Bryson Tucker and Umar Ballo, who each have 11. And for Minnesota, Darson Garcia and Mike Mitchell each have 8 to lead the way for the Gophers. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard and come back in just a moment. You are listening to Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hoosier fans, have you ever wanted to put on your own candy-striped warm-ups and hang out on the court with the team before the game? This season, the Hoosier men's basketball team is looking for an honorary pregame team member for the IU versus OSU game on March 8th, and it could be you. Go to iubench.com now and register for your chance to join your Hoosier men's basketball team for an experience that includes bench seats during warm-ups, candy-striped pants, and game tickets for 4. Again, that website is iubench.com. Brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud partner of your Indiana Hoosiers.
Holidays in Illinois, oh, there's so much to enjoy. Chicago's Broadway, see the magic on stage.
Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. IU Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Wherever you are in your journey, German American Bank is here to give you the momentum and confidence you need to manage your finances. German American Bank has been a source of strength and security since 1910 and is here with a team of dedicated local professionals and convenient online tools and services to support you through every stage of life. Learn more and find contact information for a financial professional near you at GermanAmerican.com. German American Bank, member FDIC.
While the Indiana Hoosiers on top of the Minnesota Golden Gophers 44-31 at halftime. Second half not far away. Let's check the out-of-town scoreboard presented by Coors Light. No big games in the top 25 tonight. No Big Ten games either. In the Jimmy V Classic tomorrow, number 1 Tennessee hosting Miami. 4th-ranked Duke battling Incarnate Word at 7 o'clock tomorrow. And at 8, 15th-ranked Houston will take on Troy tomorrow night. This out-of-town scoreboard was presented by Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose Chill. Official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Don?
Well, John Randis almost out of time here, E. So what do you got?
I just thought the defensive performance was the best I've seen all season from Indiana. Actually, both sides of the court. Indiana looked incredible, and that's exactly what we needed. Big Ten play start, Indiana rolling at both sides of the basketball. Defense was great. Kanan Carlisle was great. Tucker was great. Indiana's playing some of their best basketball we've seen this season.
Our halftime show brought to you by Prairie Farms. Dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk. Drink local with Prairie Farms. We'll return with the start of the second half in 2 minutes. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hoosier fans, when it comes to transportation solutions, Enterprise runs every play in the book. From renting to buying, with cars, commercial trucks, and even passenger vans, Enterprise offers it all. And with more new college graduate hires every year than anyone else, you'll experience professional, spirited customer service that is unlike any other. So whatever your transportation need is, or the next time you have to travel, Enterprise has you covered. Pick the official partner of IU Athletics. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Subaru is Consumer Reports' 2024 Best Mainstream Automotive Brand and has earned more IIHS Top Safety Awards than any other brand since 2013. With 96% of all Subarus sold in the past 10 years still on the road and over 7 million Subarus built right here in Indiana, you know you're getting a quality vehicle. Royal Subaru has been serving Bloomington, Indiana for over 40 years. Visit us today at our East 3rd Street location or at RoyalEastSubaru.com.
IU Credit Union. We believe in community commitment, a long-term relationship, building a strong and trusted partnership.
Appreciation and respect go a very long way.
A fair deal for everyone, every day.
Leave your doubts behind. Grow your mind, time to shine. Make the day whatever you design.
IU Credit Union believes you can chase a dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
Back here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Indiana 44, Minnesota 31 as we get ready to start the second half. The Hoosiers coming into this ballgame tonight with 7 wins on the season, looking for number 8 and a 1-0 start to Big Ten play before they head to Nebraska this coming Friday when they will play their second Big Ten game in the month of December. And that will be a test. Nebraska Cornhuskers are a really good basketball team. They've gotten much better in the last couple of years now. Fred Hoiberg's got them playing at a very high level of play, and Obviously, Indiana had no way to deal with them last season, so it'll be an interesting matchup come Friday. Indiana sends out Mackenzie Mbako, Miles Rice, Umar Ballo, Malik Renew, and Trey Galloway to start the second half as they did the first. Indiana will have it out of bounds on the far sideline. Odekale, Patterson, Garcia, Mitchell, Frank Mitchell, and Mike Mitchell are on the floor for Minnesota to start the second half. Balzelk will hand the ball to Mackenzie Mbako for the inbound, and he gets it to Miles Rice. Rice brings it across the timeline. Miles held scoreless in the first half. I don't know if he took a shot. I got to look that up. He did not take a shot in the first half. So here is the ball in Trey Galloway's hands. He dumps it into Malik Renew down low, and a foul is going to be called on Dawson Garcia. So Garcia picks up his first foul of the ball game.
It's a nice UCLA cut right at the top of the key. Coach Mike Woodson getting Malik Renew involved early. Low back screen. He flashes right to the rim and gets an easy look, and Garcia has to foul him.
Here's the inbound to Ballo. He gives it off to Trey Galloway. Galloway looks it right, fires it over to Miles Rice. Rice on the wing, looking for Ballo, can't find him. Now dribbles it to the right side, backs it out of there near the beyond the three-point line. Now dribbles it down, top of the key, gives it to Malik on the right side. 2 on the shot clock. They got to get a shot off here, and a block shot, and that's it. A shot clock violation on Indiana. That is number 7 on the turnover department for Indiana tonight. Minnesota has 8 all in the first half. And Garcia will give the ball to Lakai Patterson, who'll bring it up for the Golden Gophers. Patterson gets it across the timeline. He'll work it out front. Takes it to the left side, bounces to Frank Mitchell. Frank Mitchell gives to Mike Mitchell. Mitchell hands it off to Odekale. Odekale breaks it down the right side, puts up a little right-handed jump hook. No good. Rebound taken out of there by Rice. Miles the other way in a hurry to the rim. Lays it up and in. Right down the floor, and Miles Rice never stopped. He gets his first 2 points of the ball game.
That's as fast as I've seen anyone go down the court all season long. He was flying.
46-31. Here is Mike Mitchell out to Frank Mitchell. He gets it to Odekale. Now to Mike Mitchell, bounces it down low to Garcia. Garcia holds, a double team comes. He gets it to Frank Mitchell, and a block shot from behind and out of bounds off of Minnesota, and Indiana comes up with a great play from Mackenzie Mbako.
Mbako comes up with the block, but he was late on the weak side help, and Mitchell was wide open underneath the basket. Thank goodness Mackenzie's 6'9", long and athletic, because he's able to come away with the block for Indiana.
Galloway brings it up for IU. Gets it across the timeline to Mackenzie. Mbako with the ball. Outside pass comes to Malik Renew. He feeds it left side to Galloway. Galloway on the hold against Mike Mitchell. Now drives it to the top. Cut off by Frank Mitchell. He dumps it down low to Malik. Malik Renew tries to go against Garcia inside with a jump hook, and he hits it. Malik Renew with his 12th point of the ball game. 48-31. Indiana getting out to a 17-point lead here. Here's the pass over to Odekale, who gives it out to Patterson. Patterson can't work against Rice. Goes to the left side, kicks it out to Odekale. He gives it to Mike Mitchell, to Odekale, down low, spins into the lane, bounces it down low to Garcia, backs his way in against Malik, throws up a shot, but does draw the foul. Shot did not go down, and the personal is whistled on Indiana's Umar Ballo.
Now the help was coming from Ballo. If you keep your hands straight up in the air, you got exactly what you wanted, which was Garcia spinning back to his right hand on. He's not as nearly as effective finishing with that right hand, but Ballo kind of put his hands down just a bit. You got to keep those hands straight up in the air and make Garcia finish over your big 7-foot frame. He's got the ball in his right hand. There's not a high chance he's making that shot. Just can't foul there if you're Ballo.
Garcia at the line with 8 points, and he is a good free throw shooter and knocks that one down for his 9th point of the ball game. You know, he had his 8 points fairly early in that first half and hasn't scored since. Now he has finally gotten on the board here in the second half. And his second shot is also good. He's got 10 points now. And Indiana's lead down to 48-33, a 15-point advantage. And here comes Trey Galloway, brings it across the timeline. Odekale on him defensively. He flips it over to Mackenzie Mbako. He dribbles to the left, hands it to Rice. Now off to Galloway on the right side, back inside to Ballo. He kicks to the corner to Mackenzie Mbako, fakes, pulls up, fires a jump shot, missed it. Rebound tapped out by Ballo into Galloway's hands. He lost the handle, but he was fouled.
And great work there by Ballo. Again, getting to the weak side. Offensive rebounds. We saw it just a game ago. The big man got 18 boards for Indiana. This was no different. He gets physical, weak side, gets a hand on that basketball, and gets Indiana a second chance opportunity.
And so the foul call on Mike Mitchell, his second personal. And it'll send Trey Galloway to the stripe. Gallo with no points in this ball game. Go look to see if he's even taken a shot. He's just taken one. So he and Rice haven't taken many. Both of them have taken just one shot in this ball game. And Trey misses that free throw. He's hit 83% on the season. He has struggled last year hitting anything from the three-point line all the way out to the free throw stripe. And without question had a problem. But this year he's shooting it much better. And that one doesn't go. And I shouldn't have said a word.
Yeah, you should not have said a word. I hope that's just a... Oh, boy.
Anomaly.
Yes. All right, let's just get back to defense here.
Here's the bounce pass. Odekale gets it into Garcia. Garcia works on Mackenzie Mbako, misses the shot, and Galloway's got the rebound. Trey gets it up the floor to Mackenzie. Mbako on the left side for the long three. Off the rim and tipped out of there. And Miles Rice chases down the loose ball, and he gets fouled on the play. And they're going to call the personal. I think that's going to go on Mitchell, Mike Mitchell.
Indiana's dominating on rebounds right now. That's 20 rebounds to only 12 from Minnesota. That's a hustle statistic. We talked about Indiana's defense in the first half. Well, it shows up on the rebounds. You got guys crashing the boards, getting all over the rim, and that time was no different there. Indiana gets another offensive rebound.
Miles gets the pass over to Umar Ballo. He's between the circles, one dribble, two, then gives it up to Galloway, who circles back right, gets it back to Ballo, in the lane to Malik, turns around with a little jump hook and knocks it in.
That jump hook is working tonight. He's multiple times, he's been about 5 feet from the basket, he's been able to finish.
14 points now for Malik. Bounce pass comes out to Frank Mitchell. He clears it over to Odekale. Odekale gives it back out to Patterson. He tries to drive it inside. A whistle blows. And I think this will happen, a foul on the floor against Miles Rice. And I believe that will be the call. It was his second foul. Ball will be taken out of bounds. Parker Fox checks in for Frank Mitchell. And the inbound comes to Fox. Fox with the ball on the right side. Turns around, looks for help, clears to Patterson. Patterson takes it to the top of the key, throws it over to Garcia. Garcia fakes, pulls up, bounces it back to Patterson. Patterson now gets a screen, drives it to the left side. He's cut off by Malik. Throws up a wild three, and he missed it. Rebound tipped in the air, scramble for. Ballo had it for a second, got away from him, and then it's picked up by Odekale. They got it to Parker Fox. He takes it inside, bounces to Garcia. Garcia can't get a shot away. He's in trouble. He throws it outside to Odekale. A scramble for it. Jump ball called. And let's see, it's going to belong, I think, to Minnesota. Nope, it'll be Indiana ball, I think. Timeout. Indiana playing well to start the second half. 15:48 on the clock. It is Indiana 50, Minnesota 33. And we're back in a moment. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hoosier fans, Harrell Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Attention Hoosier fans! Whether you're in town for a big game or reconnecting with old friends, the IU Hotel and Biddle Conference Center at the Indiana Memorial Union is your home away from home. Enjoy first-rate amenities in the heart of Indiana University. Experience the charm of College Town while staying just steps away from all the action. Visit imu.indiana.edu for more information. Go Hoosiers!
How many devices are connected to Wi-Fi in your home today? televisions, smartphones, video doorbells, maybe even your refrigerator. It's a lot to put together into one seamlessly connected Wi-Fi solution. Smithville has just what you need to customize your ultra-fast Wi-Fi experience throughout your home. Learn how Smithville's new managed Wi-Fi service keeps you connected to what matters. Call 800-742-4084 or visit smithville.com to learn more.
Back once again here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall. It is Indiana 50, Minnesota 33. 15 minutes, 48 seconds remaining in this final half of play. And have you heard of Mom Water? It's refreshing fruit-infused vodka water with zero carbonation, zero sugar, zero carbs, and only 90 calories. Mom Water is the perfect game day drink. It's founded in Indiana and now a proud sponsor of IU Athletics. Please drink and enjoy responsibly.
I've just been so impressed with Indiana's ability to share the basketball, specifically out of the pick and roll. One thing that the guards are doing a great job of is the second they come off that ball screen, Don, they've got their eyes up and they're hitting the roll man. You know, a lot of times, especially earlier in the season, that ball's coming late. The big man's already rolled to the basket. The defense has recovered. Indiana's hitting that roll quick, about 10 to 15 feet from the basket. And then Indiana's bigs are making great decisions with the basketball, sharing the ball, skipping the ball, making shots about 5-10 feet from the rim.
Odekale trying to get it in, lobs it into Garcia. Garcia comes up with it, now drives it to the top, shoves Malik, gets away with it. Parker Fox gets it back, throws up a three, won't go, and the rebound comes to Malik Renew. Now off it comes to Rice, and Rice will bring it up across the timeline, picked up by Patterson. Rice out near midcourt on the dribble, lobs it to Umar Ballo. Ballo just inside the lane, gives it back to Miles Rice, who puts it up, wouldn't go, and the rebound taken out of there by Patterson. He bounces it down to Odekale. Odekale throws it outside to Garcia. He takes it all the way to the hole, puts it up, and got the roll. And so Dawson Garcia now has 12 points. It is 50-35 Indiana. And the ball in the hands of Miles Rice. He drives to the right side past Patterson. He gets fouled on the play. And it will be Patterson called for it. That'll be his third. So 3 on Patterson. That's going to bring Isaac Osama into the ball game for Minnesota. Patterson will sit down with the 3 fouls. And looks like Caden Carlisle's about to check in for IU. He was a pest in the first half for Minnesota. And Miles Rice will get a rest here. He heads to the sideline. Carlisle will inbound the ball for Indiana underneath their own hoop. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Carlisle will inbound it, looks and gets it into Mackenzie Mbako. Quick shot on the way, good! A 2-pointer. Mackenzie Mbako gets his 11th point of the game. Mbako back on track again. 52-35, Indiana on top of Minnesota by 17. Here is Mitchell with the basketball, Mike Mitchell. They get it outside to Osama, then to Odekale, and he drives in and slams it. Femi Odekale that was something special there. He's 6'6", he is long, and man, he made it look easy. Here is a spin move by Malik Renew at the other end. Malik bounces into Luke Goody, reverse layup, he missed it. Tough play, but Indiana back on defense. Here is Mitchell with it, Mike Mitchell. He's working and throws it right into Luke Goody's hands. And Goody lost the handle, and Mitchell got it back. Now, here's Osama with the basketball. Bounces into Garcia down low. One-on-one break, and he's not able to turn Malik Renew around there. And obviously, Dawson comes up with another basket. He's got 14, and all of a sudden, we're back to a 13-point lead. Here is Caden Carlisle, who gives it over to Luke Goody. Goody to Trey Galloway. Galloway drives to the paint, then brings it back outside, lost the handle, got it back, still in the dribble, finds Carlisle, down low to McKenzie. Mbako double team and has it stolen by Parker Fox. Fox down the floor, dumps it over to Garcia, slams into slammed into Trey Galloway. And he put his shoulder down. That's the reason he got fouled for the charge.
Great job by Trey. Minnesota had numbers for just a second. Oh, that was a bad play by Parker Fox. He waited way too long to pass that ball to Dawson Garcia. Allowed Trey Galloway to kind of recover, get in position, and then take as you mentioned, that low shoulder right into the chest of Galloway. That's a really nice defensive play by Galloway.
Here's Carlisle, gets it across the timeline to Trey Galloway. Galloway gets it out to Luke Goody between the circles. Now to Carlisle. He weaves it back to the right side to Galloway. Down low to Malik. He drives the baseline. Back outside to Carlisle. 3 on the way. Yes! Caden Carlisle with his second basket of the night. Both have been threes. One in the first half and one now. 55-39 Indiana. Here is Osama with the basketball. And he's in trouble. He finally finds Garcia with the pass top of the lane. He tries to drive on Goody. Throws up a shot and couldn't get the roll, but does draw the foul. And they're going to whistle this one on Malik.
Yeah, Garcia's the guy, and all offense runs through him. He's getting his points. We knew that he would, but Indiana's making it really tough on him. You mentioned he got 8 early ones in the first half. I think the last 10 minutes of the first half, he didn't get much at all. Now he's starting to get cooking a little bit here again, so Indiana's got to kind of reassess, get back focused on taking the ball away from Dawson Garcia.
Garcia goes to the free throw line and knocks in the first one. He shoots 83% for the stripe, so you're not going to expect him to miss many. And he gets his 15th point there. He'll have one more. Second shot also good. He's got 16 now. And just 3 away from his average. We got timeout called here. And this will be a full break here. It's 13 minutes to go in this basketball game, and right now Indiana is leading at 55-41. Woodson jawing with Keith Kimball out there, and Paul Zelk as well. And apparently saying something about what was called or what wasn't. Whatever the case, we are at timeout. We'll be back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock, like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have Happy Honda Days, search your local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/25.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you can always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to giving you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this basketball season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
When you share your food, you share your heart. So what's on your table this holiday season? Save on your festive feast at Kroger with delicious deals on all the holiday classics. Or wow the crowd with something new, like a quinoa stuffed butternut squash. It's sure to add a pop of color to your spread. How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth and the savory tooth? With Kroger, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Back once again here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Indiana 55, Minnesota 41. 13 minutes of basketball remaining in this one. Today's game is sponsored by German American Bank, strengthening our communities with banking and wealth management since 1910. German American Bank, GermanAmerican.com, member FDIC.
Well, the points in the paint battle has been so good here for Indiana. And getting back to Indiana offense, we knew that Indiana is going to have the advantage with Renew and Ballo, and we just haven't seen that consistently enough this season. Well, tonight they've been special inside the paint, outscoring Minnesota 32 to 22 points in the paint. Renew's got 14, Ballo's got 11. Those guys have been really good. That 1-2 punch that Indiana has on the front court is really second to none in Big Ten play. When Indiana moves the basketball like we've seen them move the ball today, it's just really tough to guard. Love the ball movement, love the passing. Offensively, Indiana has looked very impressive here tonight.
Trey Galloway will bring it across the timeline. He's in there with Goody, Carlisle, Renew, and Tucker's back in the game. Now a bounce pass goes to Goody. Left side pass to Carlisle. He drives it into the lane, pulls up from 14, and hits. And Kanan Carlisle has got his 8th point of the contest. They say he's a streak shooter, and when he gets it going, well, he's got 2 threes in this one. He's only taken 3 shots, I think. Back the other way on the right side. Odekali on the drive to the baseline. Throws it back out to Mike Mitchell, who had mishandled it. And Trey Galloway steals it. Galloway holds it up, throws it to Goody. Goody turns around and gives it back out to Malik, who goes right back to Galloway, who takes it left side to Tucker. Tucker brings it out front, gives it to Carlisle. Carlisle on the right perimeter. Now, here comes Malik, setting a screen, and here's a bad pass. It's tipped away. A scramble for it. It's picked up by Parker Fox. He throws up a shot, won't go, but Caden Carlisle is called for a foul.
That's the first possession where it didn't look like Indiana was organized. A lot of standing around. Took them some time to get going in their half-court set. And Minnesota just took advantage of it. Parker Fox, one thing you could say about Fox, he hustles, he defends, tries to do all the little things for this Minnesota basketball team. That was a really nice defensive play there by Fox.
Fox will take the free throws here. Puts it up there and knocks it in. Parker Fox gave him a big lift last year when he came on board from Northern State. And not playing as much, it doesn't seem to me like, as he did in those 2 games last year that Indiana played them. Fox so far this year is averaging 7 points a ball game, however. Eyes number 2. Got them both. Fox now with 4 points. And the lead evaporates down to 14, 57-43 with 12 minutes on the clock. Across the timeline here is Miles Rice. Rice bounces to Bryson Tucker. Quick jump shot from 13 feet, and he knocks it down. Tucker is a really good mid-range shooter. He's got 13. 59-43. Here's Mike Mitchell across the timeline. Bounces it off to Odekale. Odekale spin move on Tucker. Takes it in and slams it home again. That's the second time we've seen him do that here in the second half. Odekale's got 6 points now. And they go the other way. Tucker almost made a shot but didn't get it down. He'll go to the line. Foul call is whistle, I believe, on Parker Fox. And on Fox, that would be his second foul of the ball game. Timeout on the floor. We have 11:31 left in this one. The Hoosiers lead at 59-45. Back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
Sharp Business Systems of Indiana is proud to be an official technology solutions provider of IU Sports Properties. SBS Indiana is best known for our great document solutions such as copiers and printers. But here at SBS, we also offer a full line of professional audio-visual solutions, including touchscreen video boards with integrated speakers and microphones, complete with professional installation and service. This state-of-the-art technology can improve both communication and interaction in offices and classrooms alike. To find out more, go to sbsindiana.com or call 317-844-0033.
Viaggio Marine is proud to be the official pontoon boat sponsor of Indiana University Athletics. Located right here in Indiana, Viaggio is proudly family-owned and operated. You'll love our complete lineup of pontoon boats featuring bold, innovative new looks, plush, luxurious furniture packages, vibrant new LED lighting packages, and unmatched construction. For the hottest thing in pontoons, visit ViaggioPontoonboats.com. That's VIAGGIO pontoonboats.com.
Welcome back to Simon Scott Assembly Hall. We have 11:31 left in this ball game on the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard. And it's 59-45 on that board right now. And without question, Indiana has got to pick it up again.
No, I agree. I mean, it's 13-point lead at half has kind of been right around there for most of this second half. It's a 14-point lead right now. But we've seen over the years that you let a team kind of hang around and you don't keep your foot on the gas, anything can happen. And for Indiana, I think it's important that they put their foot on the gas, just like we saw right around this point in the first half. Right around the 12, 13-minute mark, Indiana started really picking up the defensive intensity and really kind of got that lead out into double digits. I just don't think that you can allow a team like Minnesota to just hang around and expect good things to happen. So, yeah, I agree. Indiana's got to pick it up here, got an opportunity to expand on this lead and really leave no doubt and put fear and doubt into the heart of Minnesota. That's the opportunity Indiana's got right now.
Go the extra mile off the court with Honda, the most fuel-efficient full-line automaker in America, giving you more miles per gallon. Your Central Indiana Honda dealers are proud supporters of IU Athletics. And Miles Rice returns to the floor for Indiana with Bryson Tucker, Kanan Carlisle, Umar Ballo, and Luke Goody. And Tucker will go to the free throw line trying to increase the Indiana lead. He's got 13 points in this ball game, and now 14. He has matched his career high here at Indiana as a freshman, and a chance to gain a new career high if he hits this one. And he could also make it a 16-point lead and does exactly that. 15 points now for Bryson Tucker, the freshman out of Bowie, Maryland. And Indiana now with a 16-point lead. 11:31 to go. The inbound comes to Odekale. And Odekale brings it up the court against Tucker. Gets it across the timeline, works to the right side, and looks it inside. Tries to go to Dawson Garcia. And Dawson Garcia fell down. He and Ballo were battling out there. And Garcia lost his footing, and Indiana gets it on the turnover.
It was Luke Goody fighting for low post position there. Giving up some size, some weight. Luke Goody's been a battler.
So across the timeline, ball in the hands of Rice. Rice slides it to the right side, pulls it back out, drives it again inside, tried to put it up, blocked by Garcia, throws it out to Tucker, and his mid-range shot misses this time. It's out of bounds, and Indiana's going to get it.
Ballo there keeping it alive. He's working hard, trying to get that offensive rebounding position. Didn't come away with it, but just got enough of the ball to keep the ball alive.
Kanan Carlisle inbounds to Goody in the corner for three. Yes! Luke Goody. Was that a three or a two? He got a two out of it, so he must have stepped down the line, but what the case, it's his first points of the ball game. 63-45. Here's a drive by Parker Fox, and he slams it.
Holy cow. What a move by Parker Fox.
6 points for him. Here's Goody outside to Rice. He drives to the right side all the way to the hole. Inside to Ballo, and he slams it home. And Ballo now has got 13. Indiana 65, Minnesota 47. 10:25 left. Patterson is back in the ball game as the point guard for Minnesota. Gives to Garcia. Garcia works on Goody down low. Throws up a reverse layup. It's no good. Tipped out to Carlisle, and Indiana's got it on the break. Carlisle across the timeline. Takes it left side to Goody, back out to Ballo. Right side pass goes to Rice. Rice now takes it in the lane, throws it over to Tucker. Tucker on the left wing, brings it back out front. Now tries to penetrate, can't. Gives it off to Rice. Now Rice inside to Ballo down low. Throws it in the corner to Carlisle. Three on the way. Off the mark, no, but it's tipped off by Ballo to Rice. Rice behind the back pass to Tucker. Off to Carlisle. Jump shot is good! And a foul. Kanan Carlisle gets his 10th point of the ball game, and that was special there.
It really was. Miles Rice has been passing the ball so well all night long. That last play was a great example of what we've seen from this Indiana offense. Ball movement, sharing the basketball, a little razzle-dazzle with the behind-the-back pass. And then Kanan Carlisle, who's played really well at both ends, makes a really tough 16, 17-footer with a man right in his face.
Free throw on its way, and Carlisle's got his 11th point of the ball game. And he's one away from his career high here at Indiana. He had 31 at Stanford in a ball game back in the day. 68-47, Indiana's biggest lead at 19. Make that 21, rather. Now the ball in the hands of Patterson. Patterson could have got called for travel there. He lifted up the pivot foot. Now here's Garcia. Backs it out, in trouble, throws it out in the corner to Rigsby for a three try. Off the mark, no. And the rebound taken by Odekale, and Odekale is fouled on the play, and they're going to whistle that one against Luke Goody.
Well, I love that the half-court defense Indiana's playing against Garcia. They're shading and playing his left hand, making him go to the right, and every single time he spins back to the right, that second defender is right there.
Odekale inbounds to Garcia, guarded by Goody, drives it down low, throws it up, got this one to go. Garcia now has 18 points in the ball game. 68-49, Indiana by 19, 9:07 to go in this contest. Another driving foul, and Odekale this time I think picked it up. And Odicali has picked up that personal. That'll be his first of the contest. Nope, my apology. I'm way off on him. He's got 3.
I was busy watching Coach Woodson get all over Ballo there for not being on the weak side. I was just talking about how good Indiana was on the weak side, guarding Garcia, and he spins back to the baseline and gets an easy 2.
Here is Rice missing the free throw. Needed to make it to get the bonus. 68-49 Indiana. Here's Patterson, throws it out to Odicali. Odicali lobs it into Garcia. Garcia gets a double team there, throws it back outside to Patterson. Patterson tries to penetrate the lane, pulls up, throws up a shot, blocked away, whistle blows. Another foul is called here, and I think they're going to get Carlisle on it. That would be his 3rd.
He doesn't like the call, and I didn't see a ton there. Kanan, for the most part, does a pretty nice job sliding his feet, not using his hands on defense. There was some contact there, but at some point, the offensive player down, he's putting his shoulder right into you. You know, you got to stand your ground a little bit. I kind of agree with Carlisle there. I don't love the call.
Well, I hadn't given him his 4th foul yet, but now he's got it. So the free throw is good by Patterson. Patterson scores his 5th point of the contest. He'll have one more shot. Carlisle will sit down with 4. Mackenzie Mbako checks back into the lineup for Indiana. Patterson will try to make it a 17-point lead. Actually, a 17-point deficit for Minnesota. Better way to put it. Second shot, good. And Patterson hits both. He's got 6 points in the game. 68-51. Indiana basketball. Hoosiers with the lead. Miles Rice. Outside pass goes to Tucker. Bryson Tucker between the circles, spins to the right side, pulls up, throws it in the corner to Rice. Back outside it comes to McKenzie. He drives inside, spits it in the corner to Goody. Now back to Tucker. Tucker throws it out to Rice. Rice holds on with 6, then lobs it into Ballo, and the ball hit the backboard, and Ballo couldn't come up with it. Here's Patterson the other way, off to Rigsby for a 3. He misses, and Tucker's got the rebound. They sprint the other way. Tucker down the floor, lobs it in. He was trying to go to Mackenzie Mbako and threw it right over his head.
Yeah, back-to-back possessions. This is a good timeout from Coach Woodson here. Back-to-back possessions where Indiana makes a pass that should never have been made. First was by Miles Rice, hit the backboard. Second one was the lob in transition. Just bad turnovers there for Indiana. This is the moment you got to get that lead continuing to grow, and you can't get that done if you're turning the basketball over. Not smart plays there from Indiana the last 2 trips.
Rice and Woodson having a little conversation down there. Both of them getting it off their chests. And Rice is going to sit now. And it'll be Trey Galloway coming in for him. So a little player-coach confrontation there. Neither one happy at this juncture. 8:10 to go in this one. Indiana right now. And that is a full timeout they've just taken. So we'll be back in a moment. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Get back in the game. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Specialists are dedicated to caring for injured athletes. From the college superstar to the weekend warrior, we can tackle any injury and get you back in the game and back to the activities you love. Get expert care close to home. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Indiana University Basketball. Don't forget to join Coach Mike Woodson and Terry Moore during most Monday nights throughout the season for Inside IU Basketball, presented by CommunityCars.com and hosted live at Hoosier Hanks East off of College Mall Road in Bloomington. Our next show is with Coach Woodson, and that'll be a week from tonight at Hoosier Hanks Restaurant. It'll be Minnesota basketball on the inbound play. Rigsby gives it off to Patterson, and Lakai Patterson will bring it across the timeline. 8 minutes left in this one, and here's a whistle away from the ball. Now we've got a foul called, and I think they nailed Bryson Tucker for a foul off the ball. So Tucker picks up his first foul of the ball game.
That's the 17th foul here, so that's going to put Minnesota at the free throw line.
And a good free throw shooter in Mike Mitchell, although he hadn't shot many this year. 2 for 2 coming into this ball game. This is just his 4th game after injury kept him out of the first 7. And that free throw is good. Mitchell now has his 11th point and his first point of the second half. First trip to the line tonight for him. And Indiana's lead starts to shrink here, and he knocks in the second. He's got 12 points now. We're down to a 15-point Indiana advantage. 8 minutes left. Trey Galloway brings it up for IU, gets it across the timeline. Galloway stops, gives it a Ballo between the circles. Omar gives it back out to Trey. Galloway slides it to the right side. Lobs it into Malik Renew. Renew turns around, faces Garcia. Lobs it underneath, and it's tipped away off the rim. He threw it down there for Ballo, but he didn't throw it high enough. And here is Rigsby with it for Minnesota. Takes it down low, pulls up, nice reverse layup, and Brendan Rigsby gets his 6th point of the game.
Yeah, Indiana's had 3 straight trips offensively with the turnover. It's allowed Minnesota to kind of just hang around here.
And that lead is shrunk to a 13. Across the timeline, Galloway drives it right, pulls up, lost the handle, got it back, throws it out the Ballo, right back to Trey. Galloway now lost it again. Gets it again, gives it back to McKenzie for a 3 try, and he misses. The long rebound, Malik tracks it down. He lobs it into Ballo inside. He gets fouled as he tries to go up for a layup. And so Ballo will go to the free throw stripe. The personal is called on Dawson Garcia. That will be his 3rd.
It's a good foul there by Garcia. You got to make Ballo earn it here from the free throw line. A little disjointed offensive set there again. A couple kind of fumbles there. Indiana's able to keep track of it, but something's got to get going back to what we saw earlier in that first half. Just the last 4 possessions here, just not quite as fluid offensively as you'd hope.
Umar to the stripe, 13 points to his credit tonight, and now 14. And how about these free throws for him tonight? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of 6 in the first half, actually 5 of 7 in the first half. And he knocks that one down for his 14th point. Umar getting comfortable at the line. Highs number 2. Got it. Woo! 15 points for Umar Ballo.
7-9.
70-55. Here across the timeline, Mitchell with the basketball. Finds Rigsby, back out to Patterson. Patterson on the dribble against Galloway. Patterson fires it back to Mitchell. Gets it in the lane. Feeds it nicely to Garcia inside for an easy layup. And Dawson Garcia's got his 20th point of the night. And it's 70-57. The lead's down to 13. Galloway finds Bryson Tucker on the right. Gives it back outside to Malik. He hands it off to Galloway between the circles. Galloway looks it right, then starts to dribble with it. Takes it to the wing. Lobs it inside to Malik Renew. Renew, guarded by Trey Edmonds in there. Now he takes it in, and Malik will go to the free throw line, try to put up a layup, got banged in the head. And so he'll go to the stripe for Indiana.
Yeah, Malik's gotten whatever he's wanted whenever he catches the ball on the low block there. That time he took his time. He faced up, which is what you want to do. You want to read the defense. He saw the straight line drive with the left hand, got deep in the paint, was able to draw the foul. You just got to credit his kind of basketball IQ offensively. He just has a feel and a knack for kind of getting towards the basket, using his touch, his ability to finish around the rim. Not a lot of bigs in this league can finish like Malik can.
So Renew goes to the line here. 14 points for him in this contest, and that free throw is good. Malik has really improved his free throw shooting this year. Every one of these guys has improved their free throw shooting for the past. 15 points now for New. 88% at the line this season as he keeps that going, and he misses the free throw. But Mackenzie Mbako gets the rebound and puts it up and in. Just a great hustle play by Mbako. He gets his 13th point of the game. So Indiana with a 73-57 lead, and we got a timeout being called here by Ben Johnson as the Hoosiers have a 16-point advantage with 6 minutes left in this contest. Hey, Hoosiers, get ready to share for free fries at all men's basketball home games. When the opposing team misses both free throws and a single trip to the line, you score a free order of Finney fries. Head to any Finney Hospitality Group restaurant in Indiana the next day to claim your fries. Don't forget, you must be an FHG Rewards member to cash in on this tasty reward.
Yeah, balanced scoring is so important. And in years past, Indiana just hasn't quite had that balanced scoring. It's been a lot of inside-oriented. Trace Jackson Davis, Malik Renew, whoever it might be. But tonight it's been balanced scoring. 5 Indiana Hoosiers have double-digit scoring here in this ballgame. Malik's got 15, Tucker 15, Ballo 15, Mbako now with that putback 13, and Kanan Carlisle off the bench with 11. Just multiple guys looking really confident right now, shooting the basketball, scoring. This offense has shared the basketball. The passing's been really good here tonight. Indiana's still shooting 60% from the field as a team. That's really impressive.
13 turnovers, though. That's once again the issue. 73-57, Indiana with the lead at 16. Here's Dawson Garcia with the ball, gives it over to Lakai Patterson, drives across the lane, brings it back out to the left wing, then out to Rigsby, then Mitchell has it on the right. Tries to penetrate, can't. Back to Rigsby. Rigsby holds on the perimeter, drives it into the lane, tries to work against Mackenzie Mbako, throws up a shot, won't go. Rebound taken out of there, and Ballo's got it for IU. He clears to Trey Galloway. Gallo will bring it up the court. He'll give it to Bryson Tucker. Tucker now takes it left with a pass to Mackenzie Mbako. Mbako lobs it into Galloway. Galloway against Mitchell. Mike Mitchell we're talking about here. Backs it down to the baseline. Trying to work on Mitchell inside. Puts up a little jump hook and draws the foul. So Trey Galloway there pulls up, and he'll go back to the free throw line without a point in this contest.
Have we seen Galloway post up in his career at Indiana?
Not that I remember.
That was a back down your man, crab dribble, a little fake to the baseline, and then a little sweeping baby hook in the middle of the lane. Galloway looked like a seasoned pro down there. He's able to draw the foul.
He's been around a while, just so you know.
I haven't seen him do that, though.
And he's just missed 3 free throws in a row. He missed that one. That was his first on this attempt at the line.
That's on you, though. That's not on him. That's on you.
Edmonds leaves the ball game for Minnesota. Back in is Frank Mitchell. And also Odikali is back in the ball game for the Golden Gophers. Second free throw by Trey, and he got that one to roll around the rim and drop in. So Galloway has his first point of the night. Gets kind of the Bronx cheer, so to speak, from the fan base here. Here is Patterson driving his way down the hole. Fires up his shot. Off the mark, no. And a fight for the rebound. We got a whistle and a foul away from the basketball on Frank Mitchell.
And it's pushing in the back.
I take it back. That was actually not Mitchell. Was that on Garcia?
I'm going to have to look and see here.
They got it on Garcia. That's his fourth.
Frank Mitchell was the one that made the who me kind of gesture when the whistle was blown. I thought you were spot on there, but yeah. Dawson Garcia.
And we got Umar Ballo back at the free throw strike.
And that's Garcia's fourth, too. So that's big. Things are looking good for Indiana right now where it may not matter too much, but having him in foul trouble can do nothing but help you.
Ballo at the stripe. Had a good night at the line tonight. 7 of 9, now 7 of 10.
Oh, boy.
Is it me?
Well, it's starting to look like it's you, just a little. We'll see here.
I'm saying nothing.
Say something nice. No, say something nice.
No. I'm not going to say a thing nice. I want him to make it. Number 2 on its way. Got it. See?
I'm telling you, it's real.
16 points for Umar Ballo. 75-57. Indiana got the lead back up. And now with the ball is Odikali. Odikali gives it off to Mike Mitchell. Mike Mitchell will let go of three and miss it, and the rebound comes to Tucker. Tucker clears it out there to Miles Rice. He gets it across the timeline. Now to Tucker, lobs it into Mackenzie Mbako. He tries to back down Mitchell. Fadeaway jump shot is no good, but Tucker's got the rebound. Throws it out, and it's knocked away, but it's going to be a foul on Miles Rice. And so Rice picks up his third foul.
I just don't love the shot there by Mbako, who's had a really nice game. He's 5 of 12, was 5 of 11 before that shot attempt. But there's not much offense being run there. And that's a really tough fadeaway from about 15 feet on the left baseline. I just think Indiana can get better than that. They just really didn't run much offense. And Mbako's got kind of that in him a little bit, where he hasn't shot for a while. He feels like it's his turn. And he just doesn't shoot it in the flow of the offense.
Free throw on its way and missed, and the rebound comes off to Umar Ballo. 75-57. So Femi Kelly has missed his only free throw of the night. Here is Miles Rice out to Tucker. Tucker now dribbles it into the lane, throws it outside to Rice. Rice drives it down low. He forces up a shot, and it's blocked. And Patterson comes away with it. Down the floor to Garcia. He gets it inside, lays it up and in. And Garcia's got 22. So Garcia's gotten a lot of points in this ball game. It's 75-59 now, a 16-point lead for Indiana with 4 minutes to go. Bounce pass, Rice goes to Ballo. Ballo holds on to it, turns around, clears to Bryson Tucker. Tucker on the dribble, into the lane he goes, puts it up with the left hand, draws the foul. And I think Mitchell again is called for the personal. It will be Frank Mitchell called for that foul. That'll be his second. Here we have timeout with 3:48 to go in this one. The Hoosiers controlling it here in the second half. They lead it 75-59 with 3:48 to go in the contest. We're back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock. Like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have Happy Honda Days, search your local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/25.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Wherever you are in your journey, German American Bank is here to give you the momentum and confidence you need to manage your finances. German American Bank has been a source of strength and security since 1910 and is here with a team of dedicated local professionals and convenient online tools and services to support you through every stage of life. Learn more and find contact information for a financial professional near you at GermanAmerican.com. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Back here at Simon Scott Assembly Hall, Indiana with a 75-59 lead over Minnesota with 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard as the Hoosiers go after win number 8 tonight. Looking to buy, sell, or build a home but don't know where to start? Call the trusted agents at True Blood Real Estate, the official real estate partner of Indiana Athletics.
You've done everything you've needed to do to put yourself in a great position to win the ball game here. If you're Indiana, up by 16, just under 4 minutes left to go. Got to do the little things right here. You want to seal away this victory. You got to take care of the basketball. No silly turnovers. Run shot clock. Get a good look each and every time. Put you in a fantastic position to win the ball game. I just thought Indiana defensively in that first half completely took Minnesota out of the ball game. It's the best half I've seen Indiana play all season long, and they've just maintained this double-digit lead for much of the second half. Just an impressive kind of performance so far. First 36 minutes of this ball game, but you got to finish it here. You got 4 minutes left.
At the line is Bryson Tucker, and he misses the free throw. So Tucker has hit 3 out of 4, make that 3 out of 5 now at the free throw stripe in this ball game. And the second shot bounces around and drops in. He's got 16 points. He's got a career high here at Indiana. 76-59. Indiana leading it by 17. Here's Dawson Garcia bouncing to Frank Mitchell. Mitchell turns around, clears it over to Mike Mitchell. Mike Mitchell on the dribble. Around the three-point arc, drives it inside, bounces low to Frank Mitchell for an easy layup. That was a nice pass by Mike Mitchell. 3 points now for Frank Mitchell. And back the other way comes Miles Rice with the basketball. Rice gets it across the timeline. Works it to the right. And throws it back to Malik Renew, who lobs it into Umar Ballo. Down low, easy slam dunk for Umar. And he's got 18 points. Back the other way, 78-61 Indiana. Mitchell with the basketball. Mike Mitchell we're speaking of. Gets a screen from Frank. Mitchell gets it into the lane, down low, forces up a runner, banks it no good. Got his own, Frank Mitchell got the rebound and put it back up and in. And Frank Mitchell hadn't done anything from the field in this ball game until the last 2 plays of this ball game.
And Coach Ben Johnson calls a timeout here, presumably to set up the full court press here. Otherwise, I don't know why you call it with just under 3 minutes left. So Indiana's going to have to be prepared for a full court press here out of this timeout.
Well, this is going to be a full break here. Indiana's lead is at 15 right now with 2:51 to go. And the one thing that you'd like to see your team finish strong and kind of just solidify the victory without having it go back and forth. But right now they're just basically trading baskets.
They have been just trading baskets. Yeah, that's why I said you got to finish the ball game here. Do the little things. Don't turn it over, which is going to be really important here if Minnesota sets up a full court press. And then the Gophers are going to have to get aggressive here defensively. So if they don't get a steal, they're probably going to look to foul here, try to extend this ball game, at least for a few possessions, to see if you can make your free throws, take care of the ball, make your free throws down the stretch. You got a great chance of winning the ball game. But, I agree with you, Don. You'd like to see Indiana end this really good performance on a high note by doing some of the things we just talked about.
Caden Betts is going to come in for the first time tonight for Minnesota. They're also bringing in Isaac Osama, who's played a lot in this ball. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but he's played minutes in this contest this evening. Osama and Betts both come into the contest now. We'll see who they replace. Frank Mitchell stays in there. Garcia stays in there. And Mike Mitchell is out. And Odekale is back in the ball game too. So we'll see how this plays out. Full court pressure will be applied on the inbound. Malik is going to make the inbound pass. Tucker and Carlisle are down there with him. The inbound comes to Caden Carlisle. He gives it back to Malik. Right back to Caden, and he will bring it up. So here gets the pass to Malik Renew. Gets it across the timeline, and Odekale is called for the personal foul. That'll be his fourth.
Exactly what we expected. Full court press, and he did a nice job taking care of the ball. Once it got past half court, Minnesota was ultra aggressive. They were going for that steal. Got a pretty immediate foul. Once they got past the 10-second line, here's your opportunity here to knock down a couple free throws.
So Renew goes to the stripe. 15 points to his credit tonight. Only been to the line one other time. And this one is on its way, and he hits the back of the rim, and it bounces away. He's missed his last 2. So Renew, one more shot coming to him. All of a sudden, free throw shooting is starting to go bad here tonight.
They've gotten to the line a ton, but you're right. 60% as a team here tonight.
Second shot by Malik, and he knocks this one down. So he's got 16 points now. And Indiana is a 79-63 leader. Here's Patterson with the basketball for Minnesota. Patterson takes it to the top, gives it off to Frank Mitchell. Left side pass to Odekale. Odekale back out to Garcia. He bounces it off to Osama. He drives into the lane, throws up a little runner that bounces no good, and Ballo's got the rebound, gets it away to Caden Carlisle. Carlisle will bring it up against Osama. Carlisle gets it across the timeline. Carlisle on the dribble. Osama on him. Carlisle slows it down, slides it to the right side with the dribble, dumps it in the corner to Tucker. Tucker will let a 3 fly, missed it short, and the rebound comes to Patterson. And a foul is going to be called on Tucker. And on Tucker, that will be his second.
Not a great shot either. I mean, he's had a great game. 16 points on 6 of 10 shooting from the field, so you can't complain about that. There's about 15 seconds still on the shot clock there, Fish. You could get a better look and waste some more time off the game clock just by making an extra pass there. So young freshman mistake there. I just don't love the shot attempt. You could have worked a little bit more time and gotten a better look.
Goody is in the ball game for Tucker. Patterson goes to the free throw line. Patterson's a good free throw shooter, and he knocks that one down. 7 points for him. He's knocked in 3 in a row, and all his points in the second half have come at the stripe. And one more shot coming. And this one is also good. So Patterson now has got his 8th point of the ball game, and it's 79-65. The lead shrinks to 14. And Malik Renew will inbound. He gets it into Carlisle. Jumps it back to Malik, up the court to Mbako. Mbako with a basketball. And guarded by, lost the handle there, and he's in trouble. He's got to jump it away. He finally gets it to Malik, and then outside to Kanan Carlisle. Carlisle with a basketball, bounces to Umar Ballo, right back in the give and go to Carlisle, throws it in the corner and threw it away. Carlisle was trying to hit Goody with a pass, but way too low. Right into the hands, Osama gives it outside. Now they got Garcia firing up a three. He missed it, and Ballo's got another rebound. And Goody catches up to that ball that got away from Umar. And then down the floor, Malik gets it to Kanan Carlisle. We got a minute and a half to go. Carlisle with it. Gotten a little sloppy here at the end. Ball in the hands of Mackenzie Mbako, now to Umar Ballo. Ballo hands it off to Carlisle. Carlisle lets go a three and ribs it no good. Rebound tipped out to Garcia. Minnesota back on the attack again. Off to Betts. Betts down low. Throws up a reverse layup and got it. Caden Betts gets his first two, and suddenly the lead is down to 12. A minute to go. Mackenzie Mbako in a double team, having trouble. Dribbles his way out of it. Gets it across the timeline. He lobs it to Carlisle. Kanan throws it outside to Malik Renew. Renew with the ball out near midcourt, just holds on to it. Letting the clock run down here. Indiana knows they've got the ball game in the bag, but it hasn't been pretty here in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Here is Carlisle, drives it right, pulls up, another three in the way, hit it! Kanan Carlisle having a night for himself. He's got his 14th point, and that's a new season high for him. Here's a block shot by Ballo, picked out of there. Wow, Trey Edmonds tried to dunk it, and Ballo came from behind and banged it off the rim after he hit the ball. What a tremendous play by Umar Ballo. And Indiana's going to walk out of here with a 15-point triumph. 10 seconds to go in the ball game. Clocks are down about the same, maybe a second or a tenth of a second or so between them. Luke Goody, and just dribbling it out there, and that's the ball game. And Luke threw a shot up after the horn sounded, and it went down. The score, final, 82 Indiana, 67 for Minnesota. The Hoosiers pick up win number 8 and Big Ten win number 1. Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment, Choose Chill, official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. We will come back, and we'll begin our postgame show coming your way in just a couple of minutes. The CommunityCars.com postgame show your way after this. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Are you looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? CommunityCars.com has the right vehicle for you. CommunityCars.com has vehicles that will fit your budget no matter how big or small. Check out our large selection of vehicles today at CommunityCars.com. We also buy cars. If you're looking to sell your car, CommunityCars.com will buy your car. CommunityCars.com will offer top dollar for the vehicle you want to sell. Contact us today at CommunityCars.com.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at Athletico.com. Proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock. Like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have Happy Honda Days, search your local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/25.
As a red-blooded IU fan, you know when something's homegrown, Hoosier authentic. That's why you'll love Indiana Kitchen premium pork products. Indiana Kitchen's a real Indiana company that partners with its surrounding family farms to deliver the highest quality, best-tasting pork you can buy. Like Indiana Kitchen bacon. It's cut a little thicker and smoked over natural hardwood for a hearty Hoosier flavor no other brand can match. One taste and you'll know why more people are saying, my brand is Indiana. Find out more at indianakitchen.com.